This is Bruce Buffer, and this is the moment you've all been waiting for. It's time for the MMA-Holes!
No way.
From the Sanosi 1.5 King Studios of Arizona, UFC 276 press conference. We're going to react to the entire thing, take some phone calls, hang with the boys, and the MMA-Holes. Welcome friends to our Thursday bonus show as we're going to react to the UFC 267. That's not right. It's 276. 276. How dare I put the wrong thing there? Text UFC 276. There it is. Press conference. By the way, buzzed it up, got the summer hairdo ready to go. I went to the barber. I was like, yo, take it off, baby. We got a massive pay-per-view. I don't want anything weighing me down on Saturday night, so I had to take it off. But it's good to be here tonight or today as we are waiting for a press conference that is something that we've needed for a long time. We've asked of the UFC to put a press conference together for this event, but with one stipulation, and that would be have Sean Strickland on the dais receiving questions and acting a fool. And the UFC has listened to our request, and we will have Sean Strickland's beautiful voice tonight. I have to be honest with you, this to me is one of the most anticipated press conferences ever, because this one here is going to be a complete-ish show. Since the days of Conor hitting the stage and saying some crazy stuff, Colby Covington has tried and has been somewhat successful and somewhat dropped the ball. This situation here with Israel Adesanya, who is the middleweight king, sitting up there getting ready to defend his belt against Jared Cannonier, and Sean Strickland, who is fighting for a #1 contender spot against a guy that doesn't speak English, but is a very scary Brazilian and has absolutely destroyed Izzy. I mean, he knocked him out many moons ago, but that did happen. That's that storyline. But to have Sean Strickland on this dais, after all the shit he said towards Izzy, it's going to be fantastic. And on top of that, it looks like we're going to have Sean O'Malley out there too. And Sean Strickland has had some crazy words towards Sean. It's going to be a complete cluster F, and I cannot wait to enjoy this press conference. My worry with this press conference, the first time in a long time, is I am going in with extremely high expectations. And it can only go down from there. But I really am looking forward to this thing. I don't see how it's going to suck when you have Sean Strickland on the stage. So we'll see how this goes. I want to know what you're looking forward to the most for this press conference, and we'll be playing the audio of the press conference. We'll be giving our live reaction to it, and then we will open up the phone lines through Discord, link in the description down below, and get your thoughts as well. But this is going to be an interesting experience here on the MMA Holes, and I'm looking forward to it. Let's say hello to the chat room. How's everyone doing out there? Hopefully you're wonderful, wonderful.
Wonderful.
I put 100 on Jared. Let's fucking go. 100.
Wonderful, wonderful.
I have to be honest with you. I hope you win. That's first off. But I feel you just lost $100. It would be very interesting if Jared wins this fight. It throws everything off. I love that. I love the fact that it just kind of throws a monkey wrench into everything. And you still have the chance of Izzy fighting a Strickland or a Pereira, whichever one you're looking forward to. Like, that's still kind of in play if Izzy loses. But if Izzy loses this fight and Jared wins, that everyone's gonna be like, what? Well, we will see. It would be nice to see Mr. Arizona get it done. Mr. I like to pray to rocks, Jared Cannonier, but I just don't see it. I think Sean O'Malley is going to get into it with Strickland. I hope so. I want dysfunction. I want craziness. I want cringe. I want it all in this press conference. I need it in my eardrums. Not going to lie, I think Strickland might pull this off. Cody, so Sean Strickland, who is a man that I think is the underdog on Tapology. He's a plus 100. Let's look at my bookie real quick. But he's a slight smidge of an underdog. And I got to be honest with you. Like, I am picking Strickland. I'll probably throw some money on Strickland as well. But it's as a fan. It's not... I'm not logically thinking about it. I mean, in all reality, Pereira should go in there and just destroy. He should run him over. But I am hoping that Sean Strickland, with his MMA backing, Chris Curtis last night saying that people forget Strickland is a black belt in the jits. I mean, people forget about this. I forgot about it. I had no idea. I know he can grapple. I know that's something that he can do, but it's not his, he likes to go out there and just swing and scream and go crazy. He's fallen in love with his striking. But the wise move for Strickland is to not get into a crazy dogfight with this guy and somehow work him against the fence, somehow get this guy down and test him in his mixed martial arts skills. Now, you do have Pereira training with Glover, so I would imagine that Glover Teixeira will have Pereira ready for any takedown attempts and all the MMA aspects of the game. When it comes to the striking, I think this guy is on another level compared to Sean Strickland. I do. Now, I'm picking and I'm rooting for Strickland here. I'm not completely optimistic, but I'm going to be rooting hard for the guy. Upon running into Izzy, Cannonier couldn't formulate one correct sentence. His composure going to get melted come Saturday, says Trent. Yeah, there's a lot of respect going back and forth to both of these guys. And it seems like Izzy is in that zone. You listen to Cannonier in the interviews. You listen to him on the media scrum. He is trying to avoid anything that's going to derail him in his mind. He's trying to avoid everything that's going to give him any negative. He doesn't want any negative thoughts in his head. He wants to think positive and just charge his way towards that dream of his of gold. And I feel, listening to him, I feel there are so many ways where he can break in this fight. He has power. Maybe he can grapple Izzy. I don't foresee that, but I'm sure he'll try. Strength and power is the way, and I honestly don't think that's going to be enough to take out Izzy. Sean Strickland, a really good grappler, and has way more experience than Pereira. Yes, when it comes to mixed martial arts, yes, I agree, and that's what I'm going to go with here. Although I cannot look you dead in the eye and say, "Motherfucker, bet on this guy, bet on Sean, put the house on Sean." Now listen, I know it's easy to say bet the house on Izzy, considering he's a pretty big favorite, but in this situation, yeah, I would bet on Izzy. I do like Izzy's chances in this fight. I'm going to put some money on Max Holloway in the co-main. A lot of people are kind of dismissing the fact that Volkanovski and Holloway are going to run it back a third time. A lot of people, some people in the chat, when we talk about it, what you're more excited about, say, hey, I want to see Ortega, Volkanovski versus Holloway. That's the fight that I'm looking forward to, this and that. But when you look at the buzz on the internet, there's really not much going on with those two. Like, people are just like, all right, it is what it is. It's about freaking Izzy, Cannonier, the storyline with Strickland, and Sean O'Malley, of course, who's got that big persona, that big personality. Put money on Pedro. Not terrible, although I think Sean's going to fuck him up. I do think that. I just lost the chat here, so let me sign back in so I can see. You guys can see the chat, but It has evaporated before my very eyes. We have 16 minutes until we get into this press conference over here. 16 fucking minutes. So I decided to go on a little bit earlier so we can strike up some conversation. Now, once the press conference starts, I will go to this screen over here. We'll play the audio to it, and we'll give our reaction. You'll see what we think about it in real time. And then once the press conference is over, afterwards, we'll take those phone calls and get your immediate thoughts, your instant thoughts on how it went down. I hope that I am not overexcited about this. I hope that I am not, preparing myself for failure here. I mean, we could only go down because I am really super excited. Like, I really think this is going to be fucking fun. So it could only get worse. But I'm hoping I laugh. I laughed so freaking hard during Sean Strickland's media scrum, his most recent media scrum. I thought he was hilarious. I really do. And not, people are like, oh, it was forced, it was this and that. Listen, he's just being him. He's uncomfortable. You could tell he's got this whole group of people staring at him, and he don't want to be there, but he's just making the best of it. I don't think he's scripting anything. I think he's just going off the top of his head, and he's saying nonsense that's hilarious. So, Sean, I'm a fan. I'm definitely a fan of Strickland. The guy's funny as fuck. Now, the question with Sean Strickland, and let me throw him up over here, is when it comes to finishes, okay, the last time he finished someone was in 2020, and that was Brendan Allen, right? You may recognize this guy, Brendan Allen. Just doesn't, the Curtis Strickland combo just never really worked out for Brendan. They had his number and smashed him. And Brendan's a solid fighter. So to take out Brendan Allen, that's pretty impressive. But if you look at him, I mean, you have the Norden Taleb. That's another tough guy. Whatever happened to Norden Taleb? I met this guy in Vegas. He's got monstrous hands. But I don't know, when was the last time he fought? Hold on. Damn, man. This guy was from the Ultimate Fighter. 242, 2019. And that was it. Just vanished. Oh, he's 41 now, so there you go. Yeah, Norden Taleb. Yeah, whatever happened to that guy? So it's not like Sean's on like this knockout streak, So is he going to outstrike Pereira, who is a champion, a kickboxing champion, Muay Thai? Like, I mean, is that gonna happen? I mean, it is MMA, so I would imagine Sean's got to make it really dirty. Got to get him up against that fence. Got to play some dirty games. Mix it up in the clinch. I don't know. Drag him down if he can. It just seems like everything favors Pereira. Pereira is 34 years old, though. He is a little older. 3 extra years. He is 6'4" with an 80-inch reach. He's got a 4-inch reach on Sean. Sean used to fight at welterweight at one point. Some people probably don't know that. So, we shall see. We shall see. But I'm telling you, man, both storylines are fun. Izzy wins. Either guy is great. I'm looking at the UFC chat, man. They are a lot of N-words. It's good to know that the internet has not changed. He's crazy. He won't take him down. He could definitely outbox the kickboxer, says Du Bois. All right, so there's some optimism for Sean. Sean Strickland has been talking like he's going to be standing up with him, saying he could go toe-to-toe with any of them kickboxers. And that is exactly what he has said. I'm going to go over to the gram. We played this last night. But these are the words from Sean. Pretty confident.
Let me tell you guys something. There's not one glory fucking kickboxer in any fucking weight class that I couldn't stand and bang with. So don't fucking tell me just because you're some big fucking Brazilian, you knocked out Izzy 20 years ago, that fucking I can't stand with you. Come on, motherfucker.
I mean, that's as real as it gets. Like, he goes from horsing around talking about people's Mazdas and making a bunch of homosexual jokes, and then rolls into Mr. Serious Sean and is like, all right, let's get serious now. He believes in himself. He believes in himself. And I'm going to have to go. I'm going to have to ride. I'm going to have to ride with him. I'm going to have to. I'm nervous, though. I'm nervous. I hope he is correct about that. It's going to be pretty hard for me to see Strickland get KO'd. It's his toe cutter. So are you saying you think he is going to get KO'd? Pereira does have the size and reach to give Izzy problems. And you know already, flatlined Izzy. Yes. Well, Izzy has brought up a bunch of times that if you watch that fight back, he was actually winning the fight, Izzy. So Now smaller gloves, MMA. It is a very different game. How is he the underdog versus the unproven? Well, the hype train that is Pereira and what he has done as a champion before. Now, he did lose his belt before he left the whole kickboxing world, right? Yeah, he lost over here to Artem Vakitov. Artem Vakitov from Mother Russia over here. But now that Glory does not allow Russians in there anymore, which is insane. Like, they're like, okay, they wiped out all the Russians because of what's been going on. I guess by default, the belt, like, technically would be he's the last one that had it, I guess. So that's the thing. Smash the like button. We're looking for 150 likes. By the way, I want to say our new sponsor of the show, UFC Strike. Let's go. UFC Strike is a sponsor of our program now. And when Jesse gets in, we're going to tell you more. But basically, UFC, the actual... Listen to this shit. The actual UFC has their own NFT, and UFC Strike is the name of their own NFT. They reached out to us and said, hey, let's work together. So we looked into their stuff. It is pretty fucking cool. And what I love about the UFC Strike situation is you don't have to do any of that crypto stuff. That crypto garbage. You know, cryptocurrency is up and down. Something Dogecoin to the moon. I don't know. I don't know any of that terminology. But what I do know is it's a trading card, online trading card platform where you can actually collect moments from the UFC. And you can trade, you can sell, you can do whatever the fuck you want. So basically you can get a card, and if it goes up in value, bang, you sell the damn thing. I kind of like that. I kind of like that idea. We're going to open up some UFC Strike packs on Saturday during our stream. So we'll tell you more about that. We'll have a link in our description. I guess see if Jesse put it in yet. But Saturday is the night where we'll go hard into the UFC Strike situation. But it's pretty cool, man. It's pretty fucking cool. They actually, so we've got ESPN Plus. Just call us the motherfucking sellout holes. Let's go. I don't understand how the UFC wants to work with us. It's weird. But anyway, ESPN Plus, if you're looking to watch the UFC, it's pinned in the live chat. Now we got UFC Strike involved with us, so that's absolutely wonderful, wonderful. I want to give a shout out to our other sponsors as well who joined the team. CBDX, what I'm legit obsessed with this company. The promo code is MMA-HOLES for 20% off, and you get a free gift on your first order. It's CBDX.com. This stuff gets you high. It's not CBD. It's called CBDX. You will get high. It's got Delta 8 products and all that kind of stuff. Love the gummies. I've become a very big fan of this stuff. So if you are 21 and over, go check out CBDX.com. Use our promo code and get high, motherfucker. We got Sheath Underwear. The promo code is MMA-HOLES for 20% off. The best underwear in the whole fucking game. I'm telling you what, if you're watching UFC 276 and you want to be comfortable during that long, sexy event, you better put on your Sheath Underwear. The 20% code MMA-HOLES. There's a link in the description for that. And stay wonderful, wonderful in your comfy underwear. Head Rush brand, premium clothing. Want to look like a badass while you're watching UFC 276? Check out the 2 links in the description down below. And the promo code for 20% off of Head Rush is MMA-HOLES.
On a scale 1 to 10, how big of a step up is Sean Strickland compared to Alex Pereira's last fight? 1 being not a big step up and 10 being a massive step up.
That's a good question.
And how do you think Sean would have performed against Alex Pereira's last opponent?
Okay, let's break down that dono here. By the way, Clayton, on our little reactionary stream to the press conference, you are the top fucking dog. Let's go, baby. Let's go, Clayton. Let's go.
Wonderful, wonderful.
And thank you for that donation. All right, let's break down that question. On a scale of 1 to 10, how big of a step up is Sean Strickland compared to Alex Pereira's last fight? Okay, let's go back to the Alex Pereira. Go to his last fight against Bruno Silva. Bruno Silva. Actually, Bruno Silva, this guy, he's a fucking stud. You know what? That was actually do remember his fight now. Bruno Silva is no joke. Like, he was one of those guys where I was like, oh, man, this guy's going to be a problem. Bruno Silva, 32 years old. He's 6 foot. He was a little bit smaller. In fact, I think I picked Silva in that fight. This guy is solid. Sean Strickland and Bruno Silva could be on the same level. Not going to lie. Maybe I'm showing a little disrespect to Sean Strickland. Bruno's good. So maybe I would say a smidge of a step up considering Sean Strickland has moved up the rankings. Got to give him that sort of respect. But Bruno Silva is a big, strong Brazilian who has a very well-rounded game. You know what? It's funny that you threw that donation in there. Because if you want to make a strong argument for Pereira getting the win, you look at the Bruno Silva fight. He held his own. He did hold his own against Bruno Silva. Looking at his resume over here, look at this. Knockout against Jordan Wright, which Jordan Wright hasn't really proved himself, and he got knocked out of the UFC. Andrew Sanchez got flatlined. Wellington Turman taken out. I mean, 2 first-round finishes, 1 third round. And then before that, he had the M1 fights. But, limited UFC experience, but all finishes. Let me see. Does he have any submissions? Yeah, he's got some submissions. Actually, lost to a Kimura, excuse me. Actually, you know what? I don't see any regional over here. So more of a striker. But yeah, solid opponent this guy was. I tell you what, if you're looking to bet some big money, I'd be very nervous about putting money down on that fight. You might just want to sit back and enjoy it. You might just want to sit back and just enjoy the Sean Strickland Pereira fight. It's risky. There's too many unknowns with Pereira to dump money anywhere, to be honest. As entertaining as Strickland is, he's going to sleep Saturday. Damn, Kurt's saying he's going to sleep. When was the last time Strickland was knocked out? Sean Strickland back in the day 4 to Usman. Oh, hold on. Let's back that ass up. All right. So Strickland, that grappling thing was a joke. Okay. Spinning hook kick and punches over here. Zaleski in 2018. 2018 to Zaleski. And that was that. Wasn't that a welterweight? If I'm not mistaken. Right? Isn't Zaleski a welterweight? Yeah, that was at welterweight. Yeah, so he got knocked out. That was when he was starving at welterweight. Enough's enough. He went up to middleweight. So, that could have played a part. I don't know. But it's not like he's getting smoked in every fight. And that was in, this fight was, when did I say it was? In 2018. So, that was a while back. Now, I'm not saying that Strickland can't get knocked out. It's impossible for him to get knocked out. It's very possible. But I don't think it's likely. I think he survives.
Wonderful.
Here comes Fukin D-Man.
Fook yeah Big Moss. UFC Strike. Head Rush.
Let's go.
ESPN Plus and CBD. Do you think if Izzy faces Pereira he will turn into a wrestler? I think Izzy on you beats Sean Toe. Pereira round 1 KO on my bookie. Mang. CSO.
I don't think that Izzy would go for a takedown. I don't. But you never know with Izzy, right? You never know. He's confident in every aspect of his game. I don't think I see Izzy going for a takedown there, but it'd be hilarious. It actually would. Thank you, D-Man Diaz. Appreciate that. Alex got stones tattooed on his hands. I don't do this often, but I'm officially on the Alex train, says Kurt Montgomery. I don't think putting money on Strickland is a good idea. I'm a huge fan of his, but I just can't see where he wins this. Yeah, Dustin, listen, I would... If you're just hungry for a bet in that fight and you're just like, fuck it, let's go. I have extra scratch. Let's just throw it out there and see what happens. All right, have fun. But if you're looking to actually make money, as someone here who is very biased towards Strickland, so I'm probably the worst person to ask on this, but there's just too many things. There's too many unknowns. I don't like placing bets on too many. Alex Pereira has barely any experience in the UFC. We don't know. He's a damn good striker, but we don't know what he has been doing with Glover Teixeira and if it's going to be effective in any way. We have no idea. So, there's not much to base, this bet off of. So, if you're going to make a straight-up gamble, sure, knock yourself out. But I would avoid this fight. I really would. And you know, I was trying to think the co-main event, Volkanovski and Holloway. I would imagine Volkanovski, who is the favorite, right? But how much is he a favorite? I would imagine Volkanovski would be a fairly solid bet in that fight. But he's a minus 190. So, I mean, slight favorite. Let's see on my bookie. I'm probably going to bet on Max just for fun. But I think Volkanovski's a fairly solid bet if you want to throw a couple extra bucks on somebody. Izzy's going to win. So if you want to, you know, throw a parlay together and then we'll look for an underdog, knock yourself out. With MMA gloves, you could argue Izzy would have won because he wobbled Pereira a couple of times before. That is true, actually, and Izzy did bring that up. You know, Izzy did kind of bring it to Pereira in that fight that he did get knocked out. So I got to be honest with you, Izzy should be the favorite. If Izzy's not the favorite in that fight because he got knocked out a gazillion years ago, I mean, it's kind of silly. Can you post your picks? So your boy, on Friday night, make sure you subscribe to the channel and you hit the notification bell. Friday night, we're going to be doing a show called Food Court Friday. At the end of the show, we pick the entire card. So I'll give you my picks, what I see is going to happen on Friday night. I need to watch the weigh-ins. I need to watch this press conference today. That should be starting any minute. It should literally be starting any minute right now. We'll be playing it soon. But, yeah, Friday night, I'll give you, because I want to get all the evidence before I say, because if I start making, like, I'm giving you where I'm leaning right now, but on Friday, I'll have solid picks for you. Got to pull in all the info. Max, that's why I never understood, like, people that put their picks in early in the week, like, these betting YouTube channels. How the fuck, like, you could see a bad weight cut. You could see, I don't know, some weird thing go on throughout the week. You could watch it and bet and pull information. Be like, wait, hold on a second. Something doesn't look right with this guy or gal. But yet, like, bettors are, like, making predictions, like, 4 days earlier. Like, I feel like that's crazy. Why not collect all the information you can and then make the bets, right? I mean, it's money. What are your knowing with Strickland and Pereira? I don't know what you're saying, Andy. I was big on Volk, but reviewing tape, Max is going to damage him. And lower gloves mean nothing. Ask guys like Mike Tyson who use pillow gloves, right? So you think Max is going to get it, huh? I hope you're right. I hope Max does get it. It'd be fun to see Max with the belt again. What does Max do if he loses again? Goes up. I think it's a no-brainer. Max is a big 145er. Why keep killing yourself over there? I understand Poirier's your daddy. I get it. You don't want to fight Dustin Poirier again because Poirier's got his number. But I still feel Max could be very competitive at 155. Go up. Like, what are you doing? Like stop killing yourself, man. Just go up. You did your thing at 145. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no we don't need you to recycle some of those old fights or anything like that. Go up, man. And you know, let's see some fun fights. I think there's so many fun fights at 155 for Max. Guru wheel kick. There's a wheelchair battle. Nobody fighting Izzy Smart until Jan trying to out-kickbox Izzy is a dumb game plan. All right, we're waiting for this event to get started. The UFC has 11,000 people in their live chat. We got 300 over here. This is what I need you to do. Hit the fucking like button because we're going to be playing the audio to the event. We're going to be giving you our live reaction. We'll have the live chat sparked up. So if you have any thoughts in that live chat, I want to see what you got going through your ears and brains in this little section down below over there. I want to see your opinions pop up, and I want to know what you're thinking about what's going down. Moss, would you laugh if Izzy's shocked? If Izzy loses? And how would Jess react? Okay, Moss, would you laugh if Izzy's shocked if Izzy loses? If Izzy were shocked if he lost? Well, I don't understand what you're saying. All right, let me just say this. If Israel Adesanya loses, if Izzy loses, I will be so ridiculously shocked. I mean, I can't even process it. I don't foresee Izzy losing at all. I don't. So I would be incredibly shocked, but delighted at the same time because it throws a whole monkey wrench into the UFC. And Jared, Arizona, we're in AZ over here, so of course I'm rooting for Jared. Now Jesse might She might down the whole bottle of CBDX. She might. If you're not familiar, my co-host, the Mrs., who will be on stream very soon. The baby should be asleep soon, so she'll be on. She's a massive Adesanya fan, like incredibly super. I mean, there's a reaction on our channel that Izzy retweeted. It was bonkers.
Wonderful, wonderful.
The Hearns.
Happy birthday, Drunk Savage, to get a private lap dance at your local strip club and get the titalicious dance. Smiley face.
Yes, a big, and thank you, Roberto, for the reminder. A big happy birthday to Drunk Fucking Savage. Let's go. The moderator of the MMA-Holes, Drunk Savage, has turned 40! Very nice. Very nice. All right, where is this fucking press conference, man? What are we doing? I wonder what's going on here. What's the holdup? There's a delay on the press conference. I'm feeling the buzz for a first time in a while for a UFC pay-per-view. Big buzz right now. All right, here we go. JBM's coming in. Are you going to show the press conference? We're going to play the audio of the press conference. We're going to play the audio over here. So you'll hear exactly what they're saying. We'll give our reaction to what's going down. But we're playing the audio. This is a banger of a card. It is. Very good, solid card, top to bottom. Very good stuff. Even losing Miesha Tate doesn't hurt the card in any way. All right, here's Jessie. Just in time for her boy Izzy. Did you get a chance to put that link in the description for Strike? Okay, so we do have a link to UFC Strike in the description if you would like to check out our new sponsors' website. I cannot wait to open these packs that we got for Saturday.
So, when they use that link, it's going to lead you guys to the Israel Adesanya NFT redemption page. This hype NFT is free, and it's a good way for you guys to get something in your collection when you first sign up. So when you first sign up, it's a free NFT hype to add to your collection to start you off. So I would capitalize on it now, because this may be the only opportunity that you get to get a free NFT
Wait,
hype.
they're giving away free shit?
For when you first sign up, just this one, the Israel Adesanya hype, is free.
Okay, I'm clicking on it, the link in our description.
So you would click login or sign up
Okay.
to reserve.
So click there.
And yep, you would sign up, and then you'll get your free
Oh, that's sick.
yeah. Your
So they
free-
throw you a free NFT or a free pack?
the Israel Adesanya hype NFT. That's the one that's free.
Oh shit, so that's
So
the one where
that-
he's doing the dance and everything?
Yeah, so that will start off your collection pretty much.
That's pretty cool. All right.
But it's
Click
not
the
going
link,
to last
guys.
forever, so I would definitely sign up now. Click the link in the description, sign up, and get that free NFT. At least it starts off your collection, and then you can decide from there what NFTs you want to add to your collection.
Yeah, so if you don't want to get any NFTs after, at least you got that. So yeah, check it out. I'm a big like sports trading card fan. When I was a kid, I have like a ton of sports stuff downstairs, just locked away in 2 giant tubs of comic books and sports memorabilia, and it's just buried. It's like I don't even know. Like there's probably tons of stuff that's worth so much money, and I have no clue because I'm too lazy to dig through it and check out the pricing and all that stuff. But with this shit here, you just go to the website, be like, oh, all right, my shit just increased value. Let's go. And during the fights, I think I'm gonna move from betting, and I'm gonna look at the card values. Like I'm gonna fucking start
really
moving some cards.
Because it kind of it does make you feel like a kid again, you know, like back when people were collecting, you know, whatever it was, Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, whatever you were collecting at the time, and trading with friends just for fun. It kind of brings you back to that.
Yeah, I'm cool.
That era of your life, you know. So it's pretty fun.
You got that Prism collection that's become very popular, the trading cards, but this is like, how much easier is this? You don't
And what's cool
have to worry
about
about your mom throwing it away.
is it's not all crypto, so you can actually just use regular US dollar to get your NFTs. You don't have to.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, it's makes it really easy for people just getting into the NFT world.
How many people have you heard? By the way, the press conference is going to get started soon. We'll play the audio. How many people you heard, yo, I had a fucking Mickey Mantle rookie card and mom threw it away when she was cleaning my room? Like you always hear that fucking story. So I wasn't big on NFTs, but the fact that you don't have to spend crypto to buy it, you could actually buy with regular money, is very promising. And the fact that you don't have to worry about it depreciating with.
UFC Strike is the officially licensed digital collectible of the UFC, which makes it even more exciting.
Okay, guys, hit the like button. We're looking for 150 likes. We are about to witness the press conference, UFC 276, as Sean O'Malley's the first to come out. Now, as soon as the fighters start talking, we're going to play the actual press conference. But right now, let me paint the picture. Sean O'Malley has the Don Johnson white blazer and the white pants. He takes off the blazer and he sits down. Now he is shirtless. His boned body is putting the hands up and the crowd's going crazy. Sean O'Malley has a pink Howard Stern haircut. Here comes Pedro Munhoz now. He's pink. So is this gay pride? Is this what we're doing here? I guess, right? We're finishing Gay Pride Month. Now Pedro Munhoz slicing the throat. And he sits down. Very interesting over here. Oh, wow. We're going to have Lawler. Okay, we're going to have the whole fucking crew. So Brian Barberena is in overalls with a mohawk. He has a little beverage. We're going to have a full-blown press conference here. We haven't had this in a while. And here comes Ruthless Robbie Lawler. Okay, here we go, guys. This is going to be good. You psyched, D-Life? I am too, man. I don't know. Like, it's been a minute since we've had a good freaking press conference.
By the way, I have to say, Moss, real quick, while we wait for all the fighters to come out, I am wearing this wonderful Team Just Jitsu shirt in honor of a very dear friend in the chat whose birthday is today, Mr. Drunk Savage.
We did. We said happy birthday to Drunk Savage.
Without me?
Well, we didn't sing it. We just said happy birthday.
You better not have sung it. I'm ready to sing for you, Drunk.
Okay, Jesse's going to sing.
Happy birthday, my friend.
Okay, so here comes Sean Strickland now. Sean Strickland with a big smile on his face, checking out the audience. I don't think Sean Strickland's ever been in a press conference like this. He's looking around. He's putting. There's got to be a lot of pressure on Sean Strickland, right? Like, because everyone's expecting him to say the most ridiculous things. Now, what did you think? Tell the audience what you thought about Sean Strickland's media scrum. You weren't like too excited.
No, I like Strickland. I just feel like it's so forced. I feel like he's putting on this facade because like he's created this aura around himself of being the funny guy. But now he's like, well, now I gotta stick to it. But he's sticking to it too much, you know, and he's trying to like push through it too much. So it's uncomfortable. It's weird. It's forced. It's a little cringy. Like, I like him, but I don't know what he's intending to do with it.
Max Holloway gets a massive pop, and he is fired up as he comes in there. And now Volkanovski trotting in, and he's fired up as well. It looks like the co-main event could be a banger. And John Anik, there's no Dana, huh? No Dana White. I think John Anik's going to be the guy that's going to be the middleman.
Not great.
Who gives a shit? Like, we were here for Sean Strickland. I'm going to be honest with you. Jared Cannonier.
I'm here for Izzy.
Looking
I'm not
buff.
here for Sean Strickland.
No, we're here for the real champ. The people's champ, Sean Strickland.
Izzy.
Champ. Man, what do you think about Jared, man? He's looking solid. That dude looks like a rock. He looks like stone. No fear. Look at Cannonier, Jess.
Oh, he's scared.
He's scared.
Oh, ma. He's scared.
The Crystal Gorilla. All right, we're going to be playing the audio really soon. There's just this big walkout. Here comes Izzy.
Mwah, 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 mwah.
This guy does look like the dude from
God, I love him so much.
the Tom Hanks movie. All right, here we go. It's about to go down. I'm about to play the audio. Pump up the thumbs.
Energy inside the T-Mobile Arena. Thank you all for coming out and joining these incredible athletes for the UFC 276 press conference. Of course, in advance of our pay-per-view Saturday night UFC 276.
Come on.
Adesanya versus Cannonier. Sold out Saturday night at T-Mobile Arena. This is the 18th consecutive sellout for the UFC. And of course, as many of you know, UFC 276 set to cap the 10th annual UFC International Fight Week. Can't thank you all enough for coming out. We have 10 athletes at your disposal. Who has the first question? John Morgan, anybody? Where you at?
Way in the back, John.
John Morgan.
Israel, want to start with you, please. Listen, you've always been really good about observing and studying your opponents and getting their energy, and this is the first time that Jared's had a chance to be a part of something like this, big event. So just curious kind of what you've studied and learned from him, from his energy this week so far.
I haven't met him much this week. I only met him once. But I know being under the spotlight is an acquired taste, and I'm used to this. He's mature. I heard he was like 30-something. Someone tried to bring that up, but I was like, it doesn't matter. He's a veteran in this game. I think he's mature. He can handle a spotlight, but not like me.
Okay, what do you think, Jess?
In Israel, I'll follow up with you. There's been a lot of talk lately about divisional
Moss,
goats
don't
in
interrupt
baseball
me,
time
I'm
in certain weight
listening.
classes. You win here, this run that you're continuing. Where do you think you stand on that list of the greatest middleweights of all time?
I don't really care, to be honest. I'm just trying to do what I said, which is fuck everybody up in this game, and he's next.
No,
Ooh.
he gives me chills, Moss.
He's next.
Jared, we'll go to you. I know you said that you're trying to, just treat this like any other fight week, but I mean, this is massive. This is a press conference would be a big crowd for a fight. So I mean, how can you do that in a situation like this and still treat it like it's any other fight week?
Focused on the task at hand, and when I signed the contract, I didn't sign up to be a part or to take in all this. I signed up to take in what he's going to bring on Saturday night. So this is just extra. This is just what they call it, white noise. In the back in the day when it was late, the TV shows would turn off and the screen would be like shh. So that's what all this extra shit is. I'm focusing purely on performance Saturday night.
Nice.
Oh, he shook, Moss.
He don't want any of
Last
this.
for you, Jared. When you look at the run that Israel has had, when you break down his tape and see his victories, do you see more in his talent or the mistakes that his other opponents have made?
I just see fights playing out. I don't really want to say I see this or I see that. I see the fight playing out and I take it in as a whole. I don't be like picking out one point or another to focus on and that's going to be the key or anything like that. It's he's good everywhere, and he's very good everywhere. He's exceptional everywhere. So it's not just one thing, but the fight is as it is. It plays out as it plays out. And we all expose ourselves to the dangers of fighting.
Poor Jared, man.
So I see openings, I see opportunities. I'm not going to say that there are mistakes on either party's part, but I see the fight playing out.
He's playing it too safe in his words, Moss.
Here's a question for Alex.
This is not his wheelhouse.
A lot of people are talking about how you and Max are the best of this division now. But do you think the winner of Saturday night is the best featherweight of all time?
Man, that's not up to us.
I'm sick of this question,
it's up
man.
to you guys and all that. We ain't gonna.
Jeez.
I look at Aldo doing that.
Wow. Volk.
I look at Aldo as a GOAT right now, but yeah, I want to come for all them titles. I know Max is going to turn up. I'm going to turn up, and we're going to put on a show.
Wow.
We'll find out. We're going to find out Saturday night, my friend. We're going to find out Saturday night who's going to turn up.
Oh, shut
Let's
up.
go,
You lost twice. Stop
Let's go.
You said that we would be blessed to get more than 3 rounds this weekend. How do you think you finish this fight?
Man, you guys going to find out Saturday night talking about 3. This guy talking about a 3-peat or something, This guy don't even got 3 highlights in the UFC.
Uh-oh. Max coming in with the smoke.
Okay, but how many times does he have to fight before he wins against Volkanovski? It doesn't make any
Max came
sense.
to play. I love it.
The game to play, brother.
He's right. Volk's biggest highlight is him getting out of his
highlights if Volk won against him twice.
Is him getting out of a submission. That's his biggest highlight of his career. Volk.
With some of the bigger names at the top, but standing at the end of the table, Pedro Munhoz has fought the best of the best at this division. So what do you bring to the octagon on Saturday that he has not faced from his past opponents?
Sugar Sean.
Yeah, he's fought some of the best guys in the division. No one's been able to put his lights out. I'm going to do that Saturday night, July 2nd. I'm putting Pedro's lights out.
And follow up for Pedro. Like I said, you fought the best of the best in this division.
Sean,
so what do you make of Sean's skill sets and his prediction that he is going
Why
to
are
put
these
your
guys
lights
wearing
out
the pink?
on
What's going
Saturday?
on?
Definitely. He's without a doubt great in every area. But I'm better than him and ready to prove that Saturday night.
Okay.
Then finally, question for Sean Strickland back on stage.
Blech.
This is obviously your first UFC press conference. You said you were kind of having to tell yourself to, be on your best behavior. So I'm wondering, did anyone actually approach you and give you words like, hey, maybe don't say this?
This was asked to him already.
Bro, the UFC was on top of me right from the start. I just want to say something because this is where I'm out of the camera view. This is my first press conference. You guys are a bunch of vicious bastards. Man, here's the way you guys talk. I want to go down there and punch all you fuckers in the face. Jesus Christ, you guys are mean. But yeah, no, I need to calm down. But yeah, you in the red hat. You're a bastard, bro. The way you're talking to Jared, that man's gonna come down there and take your head off. But you're a funny guy. Jesus Christ. All right.
Some guys talking shit to Jared. That's funny.
Right here.
He's just having fun out
Robbie,
there.
Originally, you weren't supposed to be on the main card here. Now you are. You get all this energy. How much do you feed off this, and does this grow your excitement for the fight?
I'm always on the main card, no matter where I'm at, where I'm fighting.
Robbie Lawler.
We gotta turn his mic up.
For me, but it's nice to feed off this. All these champions in here, all these badasses in here. I'm feeding off this. I'm excited. My body's excited. I can't wait. Thank you.
Sideways mouth Lola.
They're chanting for him because this is his retirement fight.
He's always
Similar
fun, though.
question
He's always
for you,
fun.
Brian, first time you've been part of something like this. What's it like just being on the stage, and does this build your energy for Saturday night?
Yeah, it's great. You know, I love it. I love the energy. We're going to feed off it. We're going to give the fans exactly what they want on Saturday night and give them that barn burner. Let's go.
Brian Barberena coming in there like he just fucked his sister.
We know you have this incredible streak of never being knocked down in the UFC. Alex said he's going to, aim to bring this to an end. How concerned are you about his power going into this fight?
I know. All week, all I heard was you guys talking about damage. We're talking about damage here. Oh, you guys, damage this, damage that. I'm known for taking damage, and he's known for not giving it, so let's get it.
Let's go, Max.
That's the beauty of it. That's why you can't spar anymore, because you're punching the head too much.
I can't hear you. I can't hear you. Let him have him, Nine Island. Let him have him. Let him have it. Let him have it.
Oh, good.
I can't hear you to the noise,
all
brother.
day.
I can't hear shit.
Hey, I
can't hear shit, brother.
Hey, you can use them as much as you want. Saturday night, it ends for you. That's
Saturday
it.
night, we get to find out. Saturday night, we get to find out.
Oh, let's go.
Remember that. 2-0.
Let's go. Max is bringing it.
2-0, gotta be 3-0. Let's fucking go.
It's Saturday night, baby.
Hey, I just want to say, booze, the booze, everything, the energy in here, I love it. I'm feeding
I love it too. The
Bring it on.
booze, the yes, let's get it.
Max is like a retard.
Thank you.
He's too emotional.
He's a little off, Max.
For Sean Strickland. Sean, this is now the second question you're being asked.
Hey, don't get me in trouble, man. Come on.
Do you feel a little looser now? Do you feel a little bit better about this whole press conference thing?
I mean, I don't fucking know, man. I'm probably the only guy that shouldn't be here. You know, that's how you know maybe the UFC needs to recruit a little bit more. You put me up on this fucking stage. But nah, man, it's all good. I've been doing this shit for a long time. I can shut up and not say the F word. And by the way, America, let me ask you one thing. I could turn on TV right now and watch a dude get fucking popped in the head, but I can't say the F word. Y'all need to fix yourself. Come on now, fix yourself.
This question is for Alex. Alex, yesterday at the media day, Sean was saying that he might have to wrestle you. He might have to take you down, but he also said he's pretty confident that if this fight stays standing, he can hang with you. So I'm curious, do you feel like it is a mistake for Sean Strickland to stand with you on Saturday?
Bom, Alex, a conferência de ontem o Sean falou que vai buscar também a parte de grappling, mas se tiver que trocar com você, ele vai trocar.
Alex Pereira.
Você acha que é um erro da parte dele tentar segurar a luta de pé?
Bom, a gente está falando de MMA, né? Eu também estou treinando muito. Da forma que ele vir, eu vou estar pronto, né? Se ele quiser agarrar, porra, eu tenho o meu jogo. Se ele quiser trocar porrada, pô, a gente vai sair na mão.
Well, I'm very prepared for this fight, so whatever it brings, I'm ready. If you want to try strike, I'm ready. If you want to grapple, let's do it.
Okay.
And Alex, one more for you. Of course,
Stop asking this guy
all
questions.
signs seem to be pointing, and of course, both
It's
of
the
you need
easy
to win on
question.
Saturday. A potential fight between yourself and Israel Adesanya.
Stupid fucking
It seems to be
question.
heading in that direction. What's your final message to Israel as he gets ready to attempt to defend his title against Jared Cannonier on Saturday?
Bom, tudo dando certo no sábado, você vai estar ganhando uma chance de lutar pelo cinturão. Uma luta em potencial com Israel Adesanya. Qual é a sua última mensagem pro Adesanya antes dessa luta dele de sábado?
Come on.
Bom, tô focado na minha luta, né, com o Sean Strickland. Todo mundo sabe, nas minhas entrevistas eu venho sempre falando, venho sempre priorizando isso, né? Porque tem uma luta antes, né, de uma disputa de cinturão. Então tô focado nessa luta, mas tô torcendo pro Adesanya.
Well, I'm focused on my fight Saturday. I still got the fight to do with Strickland. I'm focused 100% on that fight, but I'm rooting for Israel.
Oh, he wants to smoke. He
And then
wants
Sean,
it.
last thing from me. You could potentially fight for the title in your next fight. If you are victorious on Saturday, you could be the guy fighting for the title.
Ask about his titty.
What's your message to both champion and challenger heading into Saturday?
I mean, Alex is a big, scary fucking Brazilian. I think we all admit that. You're at an ATM and this motherfucker walks up behind you in the middle of the night. You tell me what, you're gonna be walking away. But no, he's a tough dude. You know, I've trained with plenty of good kickboxers. I think I can handle it. You know, and after meeting him at a war and I, beat Alex, you're gonna see I'm a whole different guy. I'm gonna start painting my nails, act like a female. I'm gonna be wearing sunglasses inside. You know what I'm saying? This will be different, bro. I'm gonna go get me suits. I'm gonna get me a nice car. I'm gonna trade in my 2018 Nissan Frontier, get me a Porsche. Just fucking wait. I'm gonna leave all you guys in behind. I'm gonna be the best champion you've ever seen. Let's go! Oh, and by the way, as I fill up my 2018 Nissan Frontier, looking for sponsorship Nissan, I just want to say, let's go, Brandon!
Oh boy, here we go. I'm gonna be wearing sunglasses inside.
I'm James McConey from The Crowd Goes Wild, Sky TV New Zealand. I've got a question for Jared.
No one cares,
Jared,
Mike.
what makes you believe you can beat Israel Adesanya, and are you worried you might end up as cannon fodder?
Well, first and foremost, I'm the Cannon Man. That's the whole meaning behind my last name, the Cannon Man. So look it up. So I'm not cannon fodder. I'm the one who's going to be blasted, shooting cannonballs.
It's getting gay.
What was the first part of your question?
What makes you believe you can beat Izzy?
Oh, self-belief. I don't doubt myself. I'm not going to sit here and point a finger at myself and say I'm not capable or I'm not worthy or anything like that. That's asinine. That's crazy. That's retarded. No, that's going backwards. No, I'm only trying to shoot up. I'm trying to go up. I'm trying to ascend higher and higher, trying to develop myself into the best version of myself so that
Next time, keep it short and sweet, man. Keep it short and sweet.
So, anyway, that's just it. You know, I do my thing, and I'm unaffected by any of the bullshit people say or do around me. Unless they get in front of me, then we can start engaging.
Poor Jared, man. He's like the guy from the Green Mile.
I'm gonna have some bullshit in front of
He's
me.
like a nice dude, and people
it's
are
Michael
hating
Clark
on
Duncan.
Thank you for Israel. You've gone through a lot in the past year. Where are your confidence levels at for this fight?
Very high. Before the start of this camp, Eugene said the last camp was great. How can I top it? I felt like I did that. And I've been hearing all these been talking about easy work, easy work. Who was the last person you made look easy? Who was the last person you made look easy? Exactly.
It doesn't matter who I've
No, you made no one look easy. I've made many people look easy time and time again. And guess what? You're next. I'm going to make you easy work.
You're going to beat easy. I'm going to make you look easy.
Oh,
and
man.
I do have a question for Sean as well. Sean, how difficult is it to prepare
I gotta say,
for
Jared's
a
got
fight
pretty
in
good
Las
composure
Vegas with,
for
so much temptation around? You know, there's gambling, there's ladies, that smells of weed. How hard is it for you this week?
Well, if you know me, you would know that I don't leave my house because you see the way these people act in the crowd. If I had to be around these fucking people in public, I would probably get a murder charge. So I don't drink, I don't leave my house, especially that guy Clanford right there. That fucking guy's like, yeah, how about you drive a big lifted truck, your dick's about this big, let's go. Let's go. But no, man, I like, you know.
Is that fat guy with his kid?
You know, man, I don't leave my house much. I'm a fan of bi women, you know, I like guns, I like motorcycles. I have a simple life, I'm a simple man. Life's good in Vegas, I like it.
This is what I expected.
Max, I think a lot of people are surprised that you're bringing so much heat up here at the press conference. Did anything happen? What just brought it on this time?
What are you mad for?
I told you, guys.
Dude,
I told you, UFC been trying to ice my ass, putting me in closed places to fight. We back here, 9th Island. The volcano is coming. Get ready, July 2nd, brother. Be ready.
I'll be ready, brother. I'll be ready.
Be ready.
Hey,
Thank you.
I know you're trying to get me. You're a cool dude. I'm gonna let it pass. You're all right, brother. Come on, mate. You know you're good. We all good, brother. You know you love me.
I love always, bro.
Question for Sean Strickland. Sean, you got quite the lineup up there with you. Who's the best striker on stage?
I mean, I would say me, but I mean, that man was the one that slept that man, so, you know, next to me, probably Alex.
Well, who's he pointing out?
I mean, what was it, like,
he pointed out Alex and said he slept
What was it,
Izzy.
2-0?
Did you watch the whole fight?
No, I don't watch
Exactly.
Oh,
Do
what
your
a fucking
fucking job
shitty
next
move.
time.
Whoa. Oh man, I made the champion mad with his fucking frosted tips and his gay little watch. Oh no! I'm just joking. Hey, Izzy is a savage, bro.
Hey, watch
no
out.
doubt.
Hey, what happened before we walked on stage?
Hey,
I smacked you on the ass like my bitch.
Bro, your Pornhub is just
that's
filled with
facts.
cartoons, bro. No man that beats off the cartoons is gonna beat me.
Calm down.
down.
I'll tell you what, if you win this fight, when we fight, I knock you out, I'm gonna do a TikTok dance over your grave.
Oh, fucking, look at this. Grown-ass man on fucking TikTok. Maybe that's the problem, bro.
And
you don't want this guy's a champion.
Do something about
you
it.
don't want this guy's a
Do
champion.
something about it then.
Bro, any
Do
day.
something about
Bro,
it.
I will walk outside with you right now. Right now, you want to get my number?
Step.
Come on, bro, I will walk.
Right there, I smacked you on your ass. The fuck you do?
Listen, bro, you're gonna break a fucking nail. Calm down.
I'll break your fucking
Calm
face.
down.
I'll break your fucking face. I'll break my nail in your
Get
face.
this man, Alex, get
Hey, man, you better focus on your guy. If not, he's gonna fuck you up, too.
Yeah, the way he fucking slept your ass. No, Izzy, he's a solid guy. He's a good guy.
Yo, Izzy's
I don't
pissed.
judge his cartoon porn addiction. I'm not gonna be that guy.
Yo, Izzy's
I
shook.
don't judge
It's called
TikTok.
hentai.
It's called hentai.
Same. Hey, I like
I'm a grown
like
ass
Sean.
man, all right? Calm down.
I
I'm
like
watching
my
cartoons.
stepbrother I never wanted. And guess what? Like I said, focus on this guy. He's a tough opponent, and you focus on him as well. They've been asked more about me this whole fucking fight camp than each other. So you need to focus on the work you're doing, because trust me, he will sleep you if
Hey,
not.
Izzy, why don't you tell me what not to do? Tell me what not to do, Izzy. What should I do? Take a fucking nap?
Izzy, they're making obviously now this is starting. How do you stay focused on the job you already have on Saturday, taking on the top contender?
White noise. It's all white noise.
Oh my
All I
God.
have to focus on is Jared Cannonier. If I don't get through him, all my plans go out the window. So I'm focused on Jared completely. This is all fun to put on a show for you guys. That's it.
Oh my God. Yo, Izzy just got railed.
From Max Holloway.
Railed.
Max, you've gone 10 rounds with Alex Volkanovski, and this time around you're predicting that the fight isn't going to go past 3 rounds. What is the main difference in this fight from your previous 2?
You guys get to find out live on pay-per-view. Do not miss it. Saturday night, right here in this arena. You guys are all going to find out the same exact time.
Tell me what not to do.
Sean, a lot of people are saying that Pedro Munhoz is a tough test for you. What do you think a win over him does for you in this bantamweight division?
Yeah, a win over Pedro, you know, gets me closer to the title. That's the goal. I want to be the champion, so a win over Pedro
Sean's
gets me
so
closer
boring
to the title.
now.
Sean wants to get the fuck off the stage.
Question for Sean Strickland.
Notice he took
Oh, you guys
sunglasses
gotta
off.
call. Who is that? That's the snow. All
question.
right, let's go. Let's go.
You've been vocal about Izzy and Gyno and steroids over the past few
Yes.
months, but yesterday he got his Letterman jacket, 50 pass tests from USADA. What do you make of his achievement?
You know, man, I mean, I'll give the guy credit. You guy's the champion, man. He did have one bit shitty. I don't know what that was all about. I'm not calling the man a liar. You don't see a
$3 million. Anybody. I know you ain't got that in the bank.
Bro, I don't
You
got
want it?
$3 million.
Find a
in the
way.
bank. Somebody please will split it. Nah, man, but real talk, dude, I don't think Izzy does steroids. I just like to make fun of him, you know, like a lot of this shit is not true. Like, you know, like maybe the steroids aren't true, but the jerking off the cartoons is true. So it's like.
And that's facts.
Oh, this guy, bro, this guy.
All right, question for the champion Volkanovski. After your last victory against Korean Zombie, you talked about going up to 155. So if you get through Max Holloway, is the next time you're going to fight at 155 pounds for the title?
Man, that's look, I've got a job to do Saturday night, I'm gonna go do it, but yeah, man, I'm definitely eyeing off that division. I want to hold 2 belts. I've got goals, you know, I always work, I always want to level up, yeah, I want to level up, all new challenges. I've got a challenge Saturday, but I'm gonna pass it again, do work, and that's it. And then I'm gonna call for that double champ status.
We're gonna find out Saturday night.
Last question, Brian Barberina, no one's talking about you, so we're gonna bring it up right here. You got a war against the former welterweight champion, Ruthless Robbie Lawler. Why is this gonna be the fight of the night, and everyone should be starring this fight come Saturday evening?
Everybody knows why this is fight tonight. Look how we fight. We fucking bring it every goddamn time. Let's go!
That fight is a banger. It really is. They don't have to say shit on the stage.
For Volkanovski and Holloway, after 2 great fights, what do you guys most respect about each other as opponents?
What is?
For Volkanovski and Holloway, what do they most respect about each other?
Volkanovski and Holloway, after 2 great fights, what do you guys most respect about each other as opponents?
Look, man, look, I'll answer that question. Look, I'm going to be straight up. He's getting another chance because he was being stubborn and made sure no one else got that #1 spot. So he gets a shot. He did exactly what I would do if I was in the same position. So he's going to have my respect for that. But that's it. It's just a 3rd chance, and he ain't going to get it.
And we're about to find out Saturday night. The only thing I respect about him is his cooking show. He looks like he's all right cook.
Max Holloway. Shout out to my YouTube channel then. Yeah, Cooking with Volk. Make sure he's tuned in. Alexander Volkanovski.
Yes, sir. Make sure you tune in. You want to see some real content? Facebook Gaming, baby. Facebook Gaming / Max Holloway Official. I'll be whooping asses in Apex Legends.
Max, with 2 future Hall of Famers in this rivalry, this is looked at as a historic trilogy. Win or lose, is this rivalry over Saturday night?
Look, we get to find out Saturday night. We get to find out Saturday. My name is Dana White. I don't meet up with them on Tuesdays and Matchmaker Tuesdays or whatever. I'm a fighter. I focus on him, and that's all we do.
Jared Cannonier. All week, Izzy has been pretty provocative, saying he's going to fuck you up. He's going to kill you. Is it better for your game if you've got an Izzy chasing a knockout in front of you?
Poor guy.
I don't think that is of consequence. We're going to get in there and fight. Again, that's extra shit to think about when it comes to fighting. I train to incapacitate my opponent. Everything else is of no consequence to me.
Izzy, do you have a preference who wins between Strickland and Pedro?
No, they're both big money fights. This guy talks a lot, and this guy's already beaten me twice in kickboxing. And funny thing is, I asked you guys, the press, at the press conference, who's actually watched the fight? 5 people in a room full of 25 put their hands up, and 2 were my managers. So only 3 reporters have watched the fight.
Because no one cares.
Trust me, he knows I put him on skates last time. And this time, when I put you on skates, I'm gonna leave you frozen like Elsa.
Oh my God.
Thank you. John Anik, the greatest to ever do it. Thank you.
Jess, would you like to defend that? What the fuck was that? Frozen like Elsa?
Question for Sugar Sean.
What?
All the happy dads are in the building. The senders are in the building.
Oh.
Sean fans are in the building.
Full send.
I talked with you earlier in the day. I said, hey, we need to hammer Sugar Sean on the under 1.5. Can we lock that in?
Hey, it'd be silly for me to not think me versus Pedro could go 15 minutes. I'm gonna put his lights out. That's the plan. But I'm also ready to go for 15. I can punch him for 15. It depends how fast he wants to get knocked out.
And,
These guys are not making Arizona look good.
Holloway. Max, I was backstage with Volk and Izzy, and they said, look, it started last weekend with Black Jag, Carlos Olberg. It's going to be a city kickboxing.
Why is this retard carrying a full send mic in one hand and speaking into the UFC?
Why is his head sideways? What the
They
fuck
can
is
believe whatever they believe. We're about to find out Saturday, bro. We're days away.
My man's
I
like
get
this.
to be in this arena. I'm going to feel this energy. He's going to feel the heat. We're going to find out.
Go.
Well, these full send people look like they're half retarded.
Alexander Volkanovski. The trash talk from Max Holloway today. I got to ask, were you expecting this, and what do you make of it?
Ah, man, look, we know he's a chill dude. He's just trying to get in my head. It's all good. I'll let it slide, but hey,
I'm not trying to get in that head. If I
dance,
was, it would be
that's it.
super easy. You see the size of that thing?
What was it? Missed that. I missed that. What was that?
It was a head joke.
Slurring words.
If I was trying to get in your head, you see the size of that thing? I would get in it.
That's all right, mate. Relax, brother. Relax.
I think Max is in his own head, man.
He's trying too hard.
Yeah. He's way too involved in it.
Wake up. Hey, he always has a bad wake up, but he always turns up, so I'll be ready.
All right, we got to stop it down there, folks. Thank you all for your questions, for
okay.
your energy. We are going to get our matchmaker, Sean Shelby, to come out here and stare these athletes down. Don't forget, ceremonial weigh-in right here, 4 p.m. tomorrow to be
All right, so we're gonna get the face-offs now, okay? We're gonna tell you exactly what we see. I thought that was a delightful press conference. I enjoyed it thoroughly. This gave me a feeling of vintage Conor press conference where the whole dais gets involved. You know, there was a time where Conor had the fucking shaved hair.
I gotta give it to Strickland. I think he might have stolen the press conference.
Oh, he fucking killed it. He killed it. Jared Cannonier and what's it called? Sean O'Malley kind of shit the bed for Arizona. I mean, it makes us look like the most boring people in the world. Like these two, the worst. But when it looks like Robbie Lawler's having a good time with Sean in the background. Sean is legit a star.
Yeah, he stole it. I'll give it to him because this time it didn't feel as forced as his interview did. This time it actually felt like genuine and like it was actually just him being him, you know?
What was the line that he said to Izzy, the fucking mic dropper? Fuck, I should have wrote it down. Where Izzy was giving advice.
And he said,
tell me what not
to do, yeah.
Dude, that line, tell me what not to do, considering Izzy lost to Pereira 2 times already. I mean, line of the freaking press conference. Hilarious. Literally, like, just stole the show right there. Whether you like or dislike Sean Strickland, or Jesse's a massive Izzy fan, I feel like Izzy kind of took an L at the end when he showed emotion towards Sean.
Yeah, he should have stayed focused on Jared. Like he shouldn't have turned around on Sean. That was a bad idea.
Now, with that being said, Jared was a mush mouth. Izzy's gonna run him over. I mean, it's not even a question. You know, Izzy's gonna have his way. Even if Sean takes a loss here, he's still someone that they're gonna force onto a dais and give him a mic and have him have fun. But all right, here we go. So this is gonna be the face-offs here. We're gonna tell you exactly what we see with these face-offs. If you're just jumping in, that press conference was fire. Need to run it back. I'm way
curious
off.
now to see the Strickland face-off.
Where am I way off, Real Gamer? I'd love to know. I mean, if you talk about the Izzy thing.
Listen, I'm
Jesse's
the
a big
biggest
Izzy fan.
Izzy nut hugger you'll ever meet, and I even think that Izzy should not have turned around on Sean because
he looked like he was being bullied.
Yeah, it didn't look good. Like you always want Izzy to look good, but Sean.
Okay, speaking to Sean, we got the face-off going to happen here with O'Malley and Pedro Munhoz. And, well, Pedro looking like he's trying to get all up in Sean's face. Sean very calm. He's looking at his 2 watches. Pedro's nodding his head. Sean does look tremendously bigger than Munhoz. Munhoz waving that left arm around. They're trying to get that jab hand close on each other. And now they square off. They look close, almost nose to nose. Nice face-off. Tension, a lot of pink, too. An incredible amount of pink going on with this face-off. I love it, man. Do you take anything from that face-off?
Oh, God, Sean just like cringes me out now.
What do you think, though? Sean O'Malley, Pedro Munhoz, after looking at that?
Seems to be more aggressive. Maybe he's more emotionally involved because he's the one who started off the aggression.
So do you see that? Did you pull anything from that on who's going to win the fight?
I'm still going to go Munhoz, but I just hope that he's not letting the emotions get to him.
Interesting. It's a good fight. And here we go. Barberena versus Robbie Lawler now squaring off. Both guys rocking the sneakers. They are checking each other out.
Shit, man, this is gonna be a fight of the night.
This is a great fight.
Oh, and part of me wants to think that this is gonna be Lawler's retirement fight.
Why do you want to just let him keep fighting?
I don't want him to retire. I'm saying I think this is gonna be it for. I mean, you got the guy's 40. What is he? 40 years old now? 41,
okay.
Something like that.
All right, this is a face-off that a lot of people are looking forward to. We got Pereira versus Strickland. Let's see how much bigger Pereira looks. As Sean Strickland taking his time getting to the Brazilian.
Pereira looks like someone out of the Terminator.
He's walking up like a White Walker from Game of Thrones.
He's scary, man.
Oh my God! Strickland gets on his toes. Strickland is staring him down. Pereira looks. Oh my God.
Pereira is scary.
I don't know.
Oh boy!
Come on, Sean.
Yikes!
Sean looks like he's gonna get rolled over.
Oh God!
This is gonna be rough.
He could be a heavy hitter in that division.
Damn, man. Pereira looked massive against Sean. Here we go. Max Blessed versus Volkanovski, the champion, looking to defend another time against the former champ. Max is a bigger man. It didn't pay off in the first 2. They're talking some smack.
Max is just too emotional, man. He's going to lose this again.
Yeah, if he fights too emotional, it could be a problem.
Volk
he's a champ, man. There's a reason why Volk's a champ. He is smooth. He doesn't show much nerves at all. He was just completely cool throughout this press conference.
You can see it in Max's face right now. Like, he's just too emotionally involved in the whole thing. It's going to cloud his judgment in the fight.
Yeah, judging from this press conference, I would probably lean towards Volk getting the dub. Although I probably, like a loony, will make a dopey bet and go Max. But Volk should win that fight. Here we go. The main event.
Whoop, whoop.
Izzy The champion, the best middleweight around, is looking to add to his legacy against Jared Cannonier. Cannonier comes up and immediately shakes hands. Now they are they're tightening the grip.
Izzy didn't let go. He just kept holding on to him.
Jared's checking him out. Izzy didn't budge. He did not budge.
Well, why should he? I mean, he is going to win the fight.
Jared shows the sign of the gemstones and this weird pose over here. Izzy's doing his weird fucking shit. I don't know what that is.
Oh, God.
Are you starting to lose it for Izzy?
No, I love him.
Okay.
I love him. Every single time I see him, I get chills.
Okay. Just want to make sure we still got you.
I love him.
All right. Now it's time to digest what we've just absorbed through our eyeballs and in our ear holes. The UFC 276 press conference. It just concluded. The face-offs just happened. And there are so many things to talk about. We will open some phone lines, but let's think about this now. First off, I mean, it's an easy question, but highlight of the press conference.
Sean Strickland.
Okay, low light of the press conference.
Well, Robbie Lawler and what's his face were kind of a dud. But if we're speaking in terms of who spoke, Sean O'Malley it cringes me out. I had no interest. They did not hype me up for that fight at all.
Yeah, so Sean O'Malley, he has successfully marketed himself in a way where you want to watch him fight. The guy's a very good striker. The guy's got that weird clown persona. The problem is he is terrible at press conferences.
He's lost it. He used to talk a lot.
You don't need it.
He used to talk a lot earlier on in his career, and now it's like he just sits there. Like he just doesn't care anymore.
When I see a superstar, I want that guy, when he hits a microphone, to be the guy, or at least be up there, as one of the guys that owns that stage. Sean, that is the one thing you can criticize Sean O'Malley about. He does not own that microphone. Now, he may never have to do that because he's already successful and he's already...
it's not going to last long. I think he's going to sink.
But when you got guys like Sean Strickland that just own it...
Yeah, Strickland... I did not expect it. I really expected a forced, cringy version of Strickland, but it was really genuine and funny. Like, he actually was a funny dude up there, so...
Here's the problem with O'Malley. With that, as long as you win, excuse me, you're good. You don't have to worry about it. You keep on proving it in the cage, there's nothing anyone can say. You can keep the look going, the gimmick, the shtick. You can keep on winning out there, and if you get a championship, I mean, the sky's the limit. The minute Sean O'Malley just starts losing, he's not going to have the luxury of what a guy like Conor McGregor has. Conor McGregor's mouth keeps him relevant. Sean Strickland, if he takes a loss to the big Brazilian, Sean Strickland is still relevant. If Izzy lost to Jan Blachowicz, he still is pretty decent on the mic. He's still going to be relevant. He's got the look. Yeah. He's got the gimmick. He's got skills on the mic.
You have to be able to talk.
Not the best on the mic, but still he has enough that keeps you interested. Sean O'Malley collects a couple of losses. He's going to be irrelevant. He's going to be the fucking joke clown. So I would think, I understand it's not his shtick, but he's got to find a way to be somewhat engaging on the mic. So that's my one knock on Sean. Other than that, he keeps winning. It is what it is. Robbie Lawler and Pereira, I'm not going to shit on them. They barely got any questions.
They're going to be a hell of a fight, though.
And the fight's going to speak for itself.
Yeah.
The co-main event shocked the hell out of me. Max Holloway, in the beginning, he brought it. He brought heat. Like, he actually brought something a little extra than I thought he would have brought. He's bringing some fire to try to sell this pay-per-view.
But I will say this, and I'll let you continue in just a sec. I just want to say, I don't know if... I think you might be looking at it a little bit skewed. Because, yes, he brought it, but he was very emotional. Yes. And we've seen a million times that emotional fighters, especially when they're emotional going into rematches, they almost always lose. So I worry about the emotions that Holloway's bringing into this fight. A lot.
Here's, and to piggyback from what you're saying, Max, the first half of the press conference, hit it out of the park.
Yeah.
And then as Volkanovski, who is a true champion, sat there, digested what Max was giving him, and was like, wait, he's going to bring this? Volk was cool. He weathered it. And he came back around with his chill vibe. He goes, you like me. Like, he turned it right back around on Max, and Max wound up stuttering the second half of the thing. And Max went back to his brain damaged speech.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Max's shtick to get into Volk's head, towards the end of the press conference was bouncing off that big New Zealand skull of his.
Because Volkanovski picked up quick on what he was doing. I mean, he's fought the guy twice before. It's not like he didn't expect this from him. So, I mean, what are you going to do besides just sit there and let him ramble on, you know? It's unfortunate because I mean, the fan part of you wants to see Max win after 2 fights with Volk, but then the logical part of your brain kicks in and is like, well, that's not happening. Not with the way that Max is presenting himself right now.
Yeah, so it started off great, and then it just started to slowly go downhill, and I think Volk showed why he's the champion. The guy's solid. He's pretty solid. Now, going into the main event, Izzy...
He was being Izzy. Let's be real.
There's no way, you know, Izzy would have lost that exchange. Anything. He was basically telling Jared to speed it up.
I will say one thing Jared did say that he was pretty good against Izzy with when Izzy said... oh, what was the question? Izzy said something about who have you made look bad or something like that. And Jared said, anyone that I've fought in the past is irrelevant. I'm here to make you look bad. I thought that was a pretty good comeback because it's true. Who cares who Jared's made look bad in the past? He's here to make Izzy look bad. That's the point.
I mean, I got it there. I don't know. I think everything that Jared said fell apart.
I thought that one thing. No, I do agree. I just think that one thing he kind of, you know, it kind of worked for him. But that was the only thing. Everything else, yeah, I agree, was kind of like mush.
I understand it's not in Jared's nature. This whole thing is out of his element. He just wants to get in there and fight. I respect that. I'm fine with that. You have other guys on the dais that can sell this fight, right? So you don't need Jared to really talk shit. So I'm not asking Cannonier to go out there and just fucking lynch Izzy. He could be completely respectful, but make it quick. And the problem was Jared was on the mic and he was just rambling about nonsense. And he was stuttering and he was all fucked up. And it was just like, I feel like the more Jared spoke, the more he's hurting his chances of winning this fight.
Yeah.
It just gave Izzy more confidence. So I think Jared took a lot of L's tonight. I really do. He should have just kind of kept it short and sweet and saved everything for the fight. He didn't. And it was just, I don't know, he was kind of hanging himself. But then the complete monkey wrench of Izzy was cool. Everything was going great. You had Sean Strickland, who was fine majority of the press conference. And then boom, the media gets Sean going. Targets him, makes Izzy the target. They start going back and forth. Izzy has some moments, and then Izzy gets hit with the line. The line, I'm going to call.
Tell me what not to do.
Tell me what not to do. I mean, Izzy was stunned, and Izzy was kind of backpedaling, and it almost, this is
well,
what
he did admit, though. He did say you should be focusing on your opponent because trust me, he will knock you out. He's basically saying, I'm aware.
Yeah.
You know, I'm aware that I wasn't strong enough in that fight.
But he walked into the best line of the night. And if you're the champion, what you need to do is focus on your fucking opponent. Don't give the man, don't lob the ball up so he can dunk it.
Yeah, no, I agree. I'm just saying, like, both of them were focusing on each other and not their own opponent in that moment.
Doesn't matter what Sean. Doesn't matter. Izzy's the champ. Everyone's gunning for Izzy. Izzy's got to worry about Jared. You know, and who knows? This might help Jared. Izzy might have fucking got derailed and because of Sean Strickland running his mouth over here. Izzy's getting it from three ends. He's getting it from the guy, the boogeyman who knocked him out 2 times. He's getting it from Cannonier, who is his opponent. And then he's getting it from the nutjob Sean Strickland. He's getting it from 3 angles, Izzy. And I'm sure he likes that, right? It seems like the guy that likes triple penetration, or no? No, okay, sorry.
Oh, Moss.
Sorry, stupid joke. So it is a fascinating press conference when you take everything into consideration. There's so many things to talk about. So let's listen to the chat here. We got a couple of donations. Let's let these things fly.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Sean Strickland made Izzy look foolish. I mean, your boy kind of looked like a clown, Jesse.
Okay, Jess, you want to handle that?
I mean, I did say that. Izzy shouldn't have turned around and engaged. I'm not like delusional to the fact that Sean looked really good in that exchange. I mean, do I like it? No. I mean, of course I want to see that. I think I would have rather see, like Ma said, Izzy focus on Jared so that he wouldn't have gotten wrapped up in that, but that doesn't change the fact that it happened, so.
You know what it was? It was legit a bully moment, right? It was legit. Izzy got brought back to when he was getting bullied. Sean Strickland pulled the bully card out on him. And Izzy got like thrown into this mentality, like he got all defensive and weirded out. Like he got shook. You can tell Izzy got shook. He's been down that road.
Well, we've seen Izzy get shook before. He's a very sensitive guy. Like you could say pretty much anything and it'll get on Izzy's nerves. So That didn't surprise me at all. It was just, I just wish he didn't turn around and engage because it did make him look kind of bad.
And I'm not criticizing Sean for being a bully. That's, Sean, that's it. He's that guy. Like, he's the guy that goes out there, says what's on his mind. If he bullies you, he bullies you. He don't give, he's like, nut up and move on. That's how Sean is. But yeah, it did look like Izzy got a little taken back by that comment. It was a hilarious line. Uh-oh. Tropic Tom.
Spank away.
Ariel Helwani. Ariel Helwani. New top fucking dog.
Izzy might beat off to anime, but Ariel definitely beats off to press conferences like this. Cleanup needed on HELWANI.
New top dog. New top dog right there. Tropic Tom.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Okay, thank you for the donation. We're catching up on some donos here. We'll take some phone calls.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Glove touch.
Damn, O'Malley got one question, lol.
They're like, let the big boys talk.
O'Malley was extremely boring on the mic today, so rightfully so. He only got one question. Why would reporters want to ask questions to people who aren't going to give them good content? Reporters' job are literally to ask questions to people who are going to do what Sean Strickland did and stand up and start saying really politically incorrect things.
He says, when I become champion, I'm going to start wearing glasses inside.
He stood up and said, let's go Brandon. I mean, you can't get more politically correct or incorrect than that. Like, the guy just doesn't give a shit.
Yeah, he's a funny dude, man. Thank you, Glove Touch, for the donation. We got Chubbs.
Wonderful, wonderful.
How can people who hate Colby's gimmick like Sean O'Malley's gimmick? I mean, it's a total fucking clown show, I think, on the worst level.
How can people who hate Colby's gimmick like Sean O'Malley's gimmick?
They're completely different. I don't know.
Well, that's how. Because they're different. They're not the same gimmick at all.
Yeah, it's complete polar opposites. So
maybe you're not asking your question properly.
Yeah, I think I didn't articulate it the way he wanted to. Thank you, Chubbs, Glove Touch, Tropic Tom. Thank you guys for the donations, and a big happy birthday to Drunk Savage.
Woo-hoo!
We hit 150 likes. Let's go. Paint your fingernails, baby. Hit the likes.
I got the goals. We hit the lock, goals. Like the goals. We got the like the goals. Slap the like button, it's time to likes. I slap the like button, we hit the goals. We hit the goals. We hit the like goals.
Thank you for the likes. At 250, we'll do it again. So smash the like button. We can make a 250 like goal over here. Thank you for the likes, guys and gals. UFC Strike is our new sponsor that we added to the mix of sponsorships. Thank you to UFC Strike for jumping aboard. And Jesse, if you want to give him another pop over here. Actually, do you know our login to this thing?
Not yet. We're getting it set up tonight. So.
Oh, okay. So I can't show them the website without... Hold on a second. Let's see.
We're going to get it set up tonight, and you'll be able to show them.
I want to give them...
No, you're going to want to show them
here we go.
From being signed in, though.
All right. Well, here's an idea, so you can get an idea. We do have a link in our description to UFC Strike, and it's fucking banging, man. Wow, this thing's worth $924.
All right. UFC Strike is the officially licensed digital collectible of the UFC. Build your collection with some of the greatest moments from UFC history with a passionate community of UFC fans across the globe. Join Pack Drops to have your chances at getting moments from some of your favorite fighters, or go to the marketplace to purchase your favorite moments listed for sale by other UFC Strike collectors. There are 3 main rarity tiers for UFC Strike moments. One is the contender tier moments, can have 5,000 to 25,000 in circulation. The challenger tier moments can have up to 250 to 2,500 in circulation, and the champion tier moments can have 25 to 99 in circulation. Champion moments only feature the best fighters from the octagon, and athletes must have been a champion in the octagon at some point in their career to be eligible. Each UFC Strike moment is unique and has its own distinct serial number, though there can be up to 25,000 editions of the same highlight. Each of those moments has a serial number which identifies exactly which unique moment you specifically own. Join the UFC Strike Discord, where over 35,000 collectors gather to talk about the UFC and their UFC collections. If you want to grow your experience as a UFC Strike collector and UFC fan, join the Champion Club by owning any one Champion tier UFC Strike moment. Being a member of the Champions Club can get you access to exclusive lounges at select UFC events, limited edition merchandise, UFC Fight Pass membership, regularly airdropped packs, private Discord channel, and VIP experiences for select Champion Club members. Get ready for the UFC Strike Icons, dropping July 3rd at 11 a.m. Pacific Time, which features the likes of Khabib Nurmagomedov, Daniel Cormier, and Forrest Griffin. Packs are $10 and available while supplies last at UFCstrike.com with the link in the description below. When you use the link in the description below, you get your very first NFT. It's the Israel Adesanya Hype NFT. This hype is free and a good way for you to get something on your collection when you sign up for UFC Strike, so you don't have to wait until July 3rd to do something as a new UFC Strike collector.
These are pretty sick, man. These are pretty sick. I'm telling you, I'm gonna get away from gambling. I'm gonna lock up my NFTs now.
It's a super fun concept. I'm very excited to
yeah, so think about it. You own one of these NFTs and you're watching. So say, for instance, you have an Israel Adesanya NFT. He gets a crazy knockout. That shit moves up in price.
Yeah, and you can
Sell
trade.
it.
Yeah, you can sell it or you can trade, and like there's all sorts of ways to exchange your.
That's sick,
your,
man.
stuff.
You're like owning the moments here. Yeah. That's pretty wild, man. Very fun. Like, yo, you remember that knockout? I own it. I own that fucking moment. That's sick. I dig it, man. This is all new to me, but what's good is you don't have to use crypto and all that stuff to get in there. Starting at 170. So yeah, you can buy them at all different prices and stuff like that. So you get packs, you open up packs, you can sell, you can trade. That's cool. Yeah, I give it a go. We'll open up some packs on Saturday, see what's about. It's an interesting concept. Anyway, yeah, I'd rather do this. Because I got to be honest with you with gambling, like, it's fun, but it's kind of boring. You know what I'm saying? If I have, a Robbie Lawler card and he fucking sparks Barberena and then all of a sudden it just went up $100, I'm like, fuck it, I'm going to sell it. You know, like, I'll just sell it the night of or some shit like that. Or if we do giveaways or something, we could send, like, for instance, Ann H is a huge Cowboy Cerrone fan, and we have a Cowboy Cerrone NFT. She wins a prize. We send her the Cowboy Cerrone moment. She owns that Cowboy Cerrone moment. That's pretty fucking banging. This company, UFC Strike, they are working with the UFC. So the fact they're working with us, I mean, pretty much shows that we're the greatest show in the world. I mean, let's go! All right, we'll dive into that a little bit more once we really figure it out.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Tropical Tom.
Dark Matter is booking an appointment at the nail salon as we speak. Prepare yourselves for Spartan French manicure.
Dark Matter's booking an appointment in the nail salon as we speak. What? All right, well, I hope that goes well. We're going to play a quick break from our sponsors, and then when we roll back in, we're going to take some calls.
Wonderful, wonderful.
What do we got here?
I didn't know you got a UFC Strike sponsor. This morning I was shiting all over NFTs and UFC Strike. I screenshot NFTs fuck out of here. I don't get it.
Well, here's the thing. I wasn't an NFT fan either because of the crypto stuff. I was just like, yeah, I'm not into this. I don't know. I haven't gotten into Bitcoin, crypto, all that stuff. I can't get into that stuff. But if you could get something with regular money and trade and make money off of it, I'll give it a shot. To own so when Israel Adesanya was walking around with that moment on his chain, I think it was his last fight, right? I'm pretty sure. I think it was against Robert Whittaker. Was that the fight, Jess? Robert Whittaker and Izzy? When Izzy had the moment on his chain? I think it was.
I believe so.
Yeah. He was running around with his moment there. Like, it's actually kind of cool to own the moment and then say, hey, I want to sell this moment. What do you need? Yeah, so I think that's actually pretty cool. I'm going to look into it some more and see, you know, the logistics of it. It was, right? This is the same company. This is UFC Strike. They're licensed with the UFC, yeah, so... Yeah, it's like a digital collection that's working with the UFC. So, I mean, whatever. If you're not into it, it's cool. You know, it's just if you're a collector and you want to try to, you know, make some money or whatever, you know, try it out for yourself and let us know how it goes. All right, let's play this word from our sponsors. When we come back, we're going to open up the phone lines. There's a Discord link down below in the description. I don't think it's a Justin Kish. It was funny when we were on the call with them. I said, do they have Jordan Levitt twerking? Because that's the moment I need to own. I need Jordan Levitt twerking. I need to get that moment. So hopefully, fingers crossed, I can get my hands on that. We'll be right back after this quick break. And like I said before, jump in the Discord down below. Give us a call. We want to hear what you think about the press conference that just happened, UFC 276. And we will be right back.
Cause I'm a CBDX.com boy. We sell legal Delta ATHC weed. It will get you very stoned. We sell gummies, yeah. Buzz-based oil in a cell. And they post on Twitter. Oh yeah. Hey, on CBDX.com. You better get with them. You're gonna get real high. You're gonna get that tree. You're gonna get real down loud from the island boys. You're gonna get all down. And so from the ground, you be smoking bud. You be smoking trees. We a different breed. You smoking green and purple. And then you create a hurt. Yeah. You better get with CBDX.com. Cause we some CBDX.com boy. You better tap in on the website. Island boys. Right now.
Let's be honest, when it comes to underwear, there's nothing more important than comfort. Why empty your pockets for generic underwear that loses comfort, quality, and style when you can slip into a pair of Sheath and get even more out of your daily wear? With Sheath underwear, you can treat your jewels like royalty as they are given their own private sanctum, keeping them secure and you in a state of bliss. Get 20% off Sheath now using promo code MMA-Holes. That's MMA-HOLES with the link in the description below.
And for the ladies?
Absolutely! Sheath isn't just for men. Ladies can now experience Sheath's style, comfort, and functionality too. Sheath for women is crafted using a signature modal elastane fabric blend for form-fitting breathability that will not affect the natural pH environment or the microclimate of the skin while producing that long-lasting, unimpeded comfort. Use promo code MMA-Holes, MMA-HOLES for 20% off at sheathunderwear.com.
All right. UndisputedBelts.com. Thank you to all our sponsors. Let's get back into the program. We just listened to the UFC 276 press conference. To me, it was an absolute home run of an event. It was so much fun to listen to. So many things to talk about. You heard our opinion here on the show. Now let's hear your opinion. So we got a Discord fired up. We're going to take the patrons first, and then we'll take everyone else as well. If you'd like to call the show, go into the Discord down below and click on our icon, the MMA-Holes logo, and just hit call and just wait up. We'll get everyone that's in line. Let's take the first call here. Excuse me. Sonosi, you there, buddy? Let's see. Sonosi. Are you there? Yeah. Hey, how's it going, man?
Wonderful.
Nice.
Wonderful.
All right, what'd you think about this press conference?
Fuck. That was the best press conference we had the whole year.
It was great. It's been the best press conference we've seen in a long time, right?
Yeah. Well, before anything else, I want to say happy birthday to Drunk Savage, or should I say the artist formerly known as Drunk Savage.
Did he change his name in the chat?
No, but he will soon.
Okay. All right, we'll keep an eye out for that.
Anyway, so the couple of takeaways from the couple of the press conference things. One, the whole thing with Max, I do think it's a little good that he's a little emotional, and he did make one point that was kind of funny of the highlight reels. You don't really have them for Volk for the most part.
Oh, yes.
He wasn't exactly wrong. His highlight is surviving the submission.
Yeah. It's a good. It's the one thing that we forgot about. Yeah, the highlight thing is completely true. His highlight was him getting out of a choke from Ortega. Yes.
I mean, I suppose now he can use Korean Zombie's beatdown, but I don't consider that impressive when you beat up a guy who's halfway to the grave. Mm-hmm. As much as I love Korean Zombie.
Yeah, he definitely got a more weathered, beaten down Korean Zombie, that's for sure.
But no, for those two fighting, that motion can come to advantage or it can screw them up, which a lot of people probably thinking it is. But that is not the more interesting one. I'm going to get to the Strickland in a second. But the whole Izzy and Jared thing, I will say the one thing Cannonier did have to his advantage was the fact that he stayed calm. And I think that one thing right there gives him a plus compared to a lot of his other opponents.
I mean, he was kind of calm, but he had the eyes bulging out of the head when he was leaning over and going back and forth with him at one point. Overall was calm, but he was rambling too. Like, it just seemed like he was out of his element.
He's not a talker, but we didn't expect that.
Yeah.
I'm just putting that as, if I'm looking at little signs of where it might help him, I think that helps him a little bit. Then we get to the VIP of the whole thing, the MVP, Sean Strickland. Holy shit!
Yeah, he nailed it, right?
I think he's the new Conor right now for press conferences for the moment. We don't have anyone close to that.
Could you imagine they have a card where Colby Covington's on it, Sean Strickland, and Conor McGregor? You have the three of them on a dais, like just mouthing off.
The thing is, I think Kobe and Sean would be friends. I don't think they'd be villainous. I think they'd just be buddies and tag team on another person they hate.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, if there were fights, not like they're going to go back and forth with each other, but if there were a card with all three of them going after their opponents, I mean, it would just be euphoric for a trash-talking fan.
We would get too much. We would never be able to top that card again, whatever card that is.
Yeah, Sean Strickland's a breath of fresh air for me, at least. I needed this kind of press conference. I needed it.
Same as here. But you know what? I will say one thing. I hope, for Izzy's sake, Sean Strickland does not win the fight, because if Izzy goes through Jared Cannonier and he has to face Strickland, I think he's gonna rape him in mental warfare.
Yeah, well, the battle on the mics I would say the favorite should be Sean, but still coming into the cage when it comes to the fight, I mean, Izzy would have the last laugh when it comes to that, unless Sean gets into his head so much that Izzy makes a mistake, which is always possible.
I think it's very possible. That was probably the most shook or flustered I've ever seen Izzy ever on a press conference.
Yeah, he did seem like he was a little out of his element for sure. All right, Sanosi, man. It sounds like you're breaking up a little bit. Is that it, man?
Oh, I was going to say one last comment I was going to make is I just hope this pay-per-view sells. Not money. I just mean overall, it's a good one because I'll be very disappointed if it's boring as fuck.
I think what's going to happen, I don't think it's going to do fantastic on the pay-per-views. I think it'll do a little bit better than recent, but I don't think it's going to be like super duper crazy. I think we're going to have a wild night. I think YouTube is going to explode from people looking for fights, and we're going to have a crazy chat on Saturday.
Oh, that did bring up one thing I just remember. Munhoz better fucking use submissions. That's the last comment I have.
Okay, Munhoz submissions over O'Malley. Okay.
Oh, man.
Gotcha.
All right, peace.
All right, thank you. That's Sanosi, the 1.5K King calling in.
Ah, super chat.
Dark Matter, sorry, we just saw this right now.
Happy 40th, brother Savage. Love you, Izzy. Kurama and Jess. Let's go, Anzac.
Let's
Izzy
go.
Brad Folk for the dubs.
Izzy Brad Volk for the dubs. Let's go. Thank you for the $5 donation, Dark Matter. Thank you. That was very kind of you. Coming in. We got Pulse. What up, Pulse? What's going on, man?
Hey, what's going on, man?
Hey, how's it going?
Wonderful, wonderful.
Wonderful.
All right, what did you think about this press con? I know you're a very big Israel Adesanya fan, right?
Yeah, right. Oh, actually, first things first, I want to say salute and happy B-Day to Drunk Savage.
Absolutely.
I know he doesn't drink anymore, but he might want to go to the bar tonight, get a free drink, and go fishing, you know. Hopefully he gets a little stank on the old hang low this evening.
The last night of being drunk, he goes down and just bags the hottest bitch in Florida, right?
I have faith in him. He can do it.
Let's go. I'm down. I hope he gets it too.
Okay, now let's address that press conference, shall we?
Yes.
Man, Strickland, I know that was his first one. They might not never invite him back after that.
I think the UFC loved it. Even with the, Let's Go Brandon and all that stuff, I have a feeling as long as Dana White is still somewhere lurking in the company, I think they loved it because he sold some extra pay-per-views.
Yes, but he verbally titty fucked Israel, man, and he finished all in his face and nutted all in his hair and rolled up in his frosted tips. That was great.
Yeah, that's one way of putting it. Sure.
Yes, and you want to talk about emotional? Did you see how emotional he got? He got emotional from a fight that he's not even having this weekend. So I'm looking for the upset.
So yeah, let me ask you. So do you think? Because, he was getting it from three angles, and the one bad one was someone he was not even fighting. That could be a possible fight down the road. It's kind of wild.
Let me tell you where he punked him at. When he said, let's get up and let's go in the parking lot right now, he challenged him right then.
Mm-hmm.
That's where he got him.
And Israel was bragging about slapping his ass, which was confirming what Sean was saying.
Right.
Yeah. It kind of fell apart for him.
Yeah, man. I'm like, I'm so glad they did this presser. I'm sure it's going to sell a bunch of pay-per-views for him. This was great.
Let me ask you, do you think they did Israel dirty? Because they purposely did this press conference and made sure that Sean Strickland was there. Like, that was a strategic plan, almost to fuck their champion. Like they almost, and what's weird about this whole situation is they're both managed by the same team. They're both Paradigm. So it's bizarre, this whole interaction between the two. They're both managed by the same company, yet they're going back and forth here. And the UFC legit set up their champ for failure with Sean Strickland on the dais. It's kind of a fucked up move by the UFC.
I liked it. I mean, no, I don't think it was accidental. They pre-planned everything on that dais to even have him seated above Izzy like that.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, it was great. And what was up with Barbarino? Like, who told him to wear overalls, man?
He looked like a gay punk rocker. I don't know what, I can't, like a hillbilly homosexual punk rocker. Like, I don't know what was going on there, but that's his new look, I guess.
I mean, I'm not saying he had to put on a suit, but like, that's the best thing you had in your closet was a pair of overalls?
I don't know what was going on there. I guess he was comfortable.
Yeah. Anyway, I think the presser served its purpose, and I'm excited for 276 now. And if you want to know my picks, you know where to find them.
That's right. Pulse's picks. All right, Pulse, thanks for the call.
All right, appreciate it. Laters.
There's Pulse Reloaded calling in. Very nice to hear from Pulse. We got some more calls. If you want to jump in, call up on the Discord, our Discord server. There's a link in the description, completely free. You click on the MMA-Holes icon, just hit call, and we'll speak. Comic Unicorn, you there?
Yeah, I'm right here.
Hey, what's up, man? What'd you think about this press conference?
What is up? That was an awesome press conference. By far the best one of the year. I can't really remember another press conference that had so many moving pieces, so many chaotic pieces, you know, mainly Sean Strickland and Izzy. But still, it was fun. You know, you had some interactions between Volk and Holloway as well. I was already hyped up for that fight, but now I'm a little bit more hyped up, and that's why I love these press conferences. They get me just a little bit more invested in the fights.
Absolutely. This is what it's meant for. Now, are you the one that was a super Izzy fan? I can't remember.
That's me.
Okay. So I'm glad you called. Yeah, because here's the thing. I feel like I want to hear from the massive Izzy fans out there, because it's easy for people that don't like Israel Adesanya to kind of dog on him with this press conference. And Jesse, actually, I think Jesse kind of tied it up pretty nicely, where she was basically saying, you know, it's not like Izzy got murked, but Izzy, there were moments where Sean shined. So what do you think, being an Izzy fan? He's got a big fight coming up Saturday. He's got potential fights behind him. The whole situation, how do you feel afterwards as an Izzy fan?
As an Izzy fan, well, if I had to break it down, well, first of all, not going to lie, that interaction between Sean and Izzy had me laughing, because I knew there was going to be a moment where Sean and Izzy were going to interact. I didn't expect it to go as long as it did, though. But anyways, I actually thought that was hilarious. In terms of who won that exchange, I think Sean won it. I mean, he was countering Izzy anytime Izzy would say something back. But surprisingly, you know, I think Jesse was saying something along the lines of how that might affect him during the fight. I don't know. I feel like it won't affect him too much for the Jared Cannonier fight. But yeah, that is definitely like the most like surprised and shocked we've seen Izzy.
True. I think Cannonier as an opponent, I don't want to take anything away from Cannonier. You know, he got himself to this position, but I think if it was a more challenging opponent, maybe we can dive down that road. In this situation, being Jared Cannonier, I still think Izzy can overcome any weird side thoughts.
Yeah, I believe so too. If this was a trilogy against Whitaker, or if he was moving up to fight Yuri or something like that, I would be a little bit more concerned. But again, like, no disrespect to Jared, I don't think this is going to affect Izzy in the fight. I mean, even at the end of that Sean Izzy exchange, I mean, they kind of like wrapped it up, you know, because you know, Sean was saying, oh no, like, you know, he's a champ, he's a good guy, and you know, Izzy was kind of on the same thing, right? And then he even said like, oh, you know, no matter who wins between Sean and Alex, you know, they're both good paydays.
Yep, absolutely. All right. Any other thoughts on the press conference?
Let's see. Sean O'Malley and Munhoz. I was surprised we didn't get to hear too much. Or, well, actually, no, I wasn't that surprised, because when was the last time? The last press conference that we saw O'Malley in was 269, right? And we didn't really hear too much from Sean there. We heard less of him here. You know, I've never really been big on Sean O'Malley's talents on the mic. I think he's, you know, average at best. You know, I don't even listen to his podcast or anything like that. As a fighter, though, he's phenomenal. I think he's great. And I do believe he's going to beat Pedro. But yeah, I thought that could have been better for Sean. Robbie and Brian. Well, I mean, I love Robbie. He's a G. Yeah, I didn't expect too much from either of those two. That fight's going to be super violent. And I don't know. I'm kind of I will say, though, I am kind of nervous for Max.
Is it me? I don't know. Maybe I was off, but it seemed like Max started off real good in the press conference. Like, oh, this guy's going to be fired up. And then as it went on, Volkanovski just kind of said, hey, man, I'm the champion. Chill. Like, and Max kind of started stuttering, and his whole shtick started falling apart and unraveling.
Yeah, Volk managed. I mean, it's kind of funny, right? The same way Volk was able to break down Holloway in both fights, he kind of broke down Holloway in this press conference, right? Holloway was, trying to bring the heat, bring the energy, trying to sort of overwhelm Volk. Even try to get the crowd into it, but like Volkanovski just read through that because he's known the guy he's fought against the guy for 50 minutes. He knows a lot about him, and through other interactions that they've had. So yeah, I do think it kind of fell apart for him. And I was trying to make comparisons. Do you remember the press conference for UFC 269 with Poirier and Oliveira? When Poirier was like all hyped up, super hyped up, and he ended up falling short. It kind of reminded me of that, because Holloway, he came out, he was, on fire, saying "Let's go," this and that, and he after the stare down, he did the whole, belt sign. I don't know. I don't know how that's going to affect him in the fight. I still expect it to be a close, competitive fight. But yeah, we'll see how it affects Max going into the octagon.
Yeah, it does make things more interesting. I didn't think Max was going to be as animated and fired up going into this thing, the press conference. I feel like he really went in hot, and it actually excited me because it's like, oh shit, this is like something I did not expect at all. And then watching it slowly deteriorate as the press conference progressed, it kind of, as a fan of Max Holloway, I was just like, damn, man. I started becoming more of a fan of Volk. I was like, holy shit, man. My man's handling this like a savage. This guy, every time this guy shows up on camera, Volkanovski, that is, he just proves more and more that he is the #2 pound for pound. He is a legit solid champion, and we should probably give some more respect to the guy.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. I mean, just calm, cool, collected. That's what he was.
Yep.
Volkanovski.
It's a scary thing.
Yeah, man. That's all I have to say about the press conference. It was awesome. Looking forward to the fights. Let's fucking go, Izzy. And yeah, have a good night.
All right. Thank you. There we go. Comic Unicorn jumping in. If you'd like to call the show, you know what to do. Hit the Discord. We got Tropic Tom. What up, Tropic Tom?
Thank you. There we go. Comic Unicorn jumping in. If you'd like to call the show, you know what to
Tropic.
do. Hit.
Yo, can you hear me?
Hey, what's up, man? How's it going?
It's going pretty good, I suppose. I know this is supposed to be all about the press conference and the fights and everything, but community is important, and we've got Drunk Savage with his 40th birthday, and if there's one thing I know, there's nothing Drunk likes better than a little bit of cringe, so I kind of wanted to sing happy birthday for him and ask you to join in with me, and we can get the whole community involved. We can't hear them, but they'll be there in spirit, and I'm sure Drunk is going to love it.
Okay. All right. Lead us away, Tom.
Are you ready?
Let's go.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Drunk Savage. Happy birthday to you.
Wow, look at that. Oh my God. That was sexy. Look at that. Very nice. That was very thoughtful of you, Tom.
That was it. I don't want to tie it up. Give everybody their chance, but I had to make sure that Drunk got his recognition because he does a lot of stuff for the community. He does a lot of stuff for the channel with the moderation, but also his mastery of GIFs and mastery of Twitter. The man's a savage.
That's right. All right, Tom. Thank you, my friend. Appreciate that.
Have a good one.
Yes, Tropic Tom jumping in, leading us in song. We got Saman. You there, buddy?
Hello.
Hey, what's up, man? Saman from Iran. How's it going?
Wonderful.
Nice.
Wonderful.
All right, so being wonderful. Are you extra wonderful after this press conference?
Yeah. The press was really great, and thanks to Sean and Izzy and Volk and Max to hype the press and let us fans enjoy press after a couple bullshit press conferences.
We would do. We would do for a good one.
You said that Izzy didn't look like wasn't like how would I say, wasn't like himself in interaction with Sean, but I think Izzy's smart because he knows that this is a possible coming fight for him in future, and if Sean beats Pereira, maybe he's gonna fight for the belt, and I think this was just fight between Sean and Izzy.
All right, so it broke up a little. You think this was what fight with Sean and Izzy?
I said that Izzy is smart, and this was just a build up for a possible fight for Izzy and Sean.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so here's the thing. We're trying to dive into these interactions and see if we could pull any information. Just from the outside, you know, looking in and observing, you know, the trash talk of Sean Strickland, it did feel that Izzy did get a little bit on edge, but we have to see him lose from being on edge first before we can say it really got to him. So we're just assuming that it got to him. He could shake it off and wake up tomorrow and everything's fine. It probably won't affect him in the Jared Cannonier fight. So no, even if it bothered him, I think he still whoops Cannonier. So at this moment, yes, it is a setup.
Yeah, friend, but I don't think it's gonna affect him on the Cannonier fight, and I think he's on another level than Cannonier, and I think he's just I think this fight. You remember the performance he had versus Costa?
Yes.
I think this fight's gonna be much easier for Izzy than Costa.
Yeah, I this doesn't go to distance. That's for sure. I think Izzy does take him out.
Yeah, absolutely.
But you never know. I mean, Jared smoked Anderson Silva. Izzy went the distance. You play that whole MMA math thing.
No, that's the wrong comparison because Anderson Silva was out of his prime. His leg was injured. He wasn't himself. If Jerry Cannonier was fighting prime Anderson would smoke him.
Wait, hold on. Izzy didn't fight prime Anderson.
Yes, but Izzy's performance was better against Anderson.
Izzy's performance against Anderson was just respect. Like, that's all it was. Like, Izzy, you can tell he could have done more in that fight, but he was so overwhelmed by being in there with Anderson Silva that they just went to a decision, you know? Whereas Jared was like, fuck this guy, I'm going to run him over. Come on, Simon, pull it together.
You know, Anderson's leg was injured, so I'm saying that Anderson was out of his prime, so you can't compare the two. I mean, Izzy versus Anderson and Cannonier versus Anderson.
Well, here's what I'm worried about. I don't think this is going to happen. I think Izzy's going to starch Cannonier. But if Izzy does get clipped, he can go into safe mode. You know, Izzy has done this before and then just fights intelligently and just goes 5 rounds and wins by points. And that would be a super simple win for him if he does go that route. And I hope that's not the case, you know.
But the problem is that Izzy's much faster. he has more accuracy, and Izzy has fought powerful fighters like Paulo Costa, Romero, and those fighters have one punch of power too.
Okay. I'm sorry, check that for a second.
I think Jared Cannonier is like almost same like Paulo Costa and Romero for Izzy. And I think Jared's gonna be easier for Izzy than Paulo and Romero.
Yeah. I would imagine that it's gonna be a similar, if not easier, fight for Izzy. Yes. I think Izzy should go in there and starch him. I mean, I don't disagree.
Just one question. I want to go and let other people call in. How can I watch the Hall of Fame ceremony? Is there any?
I don't even know.
How can I watch it?
I have no idea. I have no clue. I have never watched the Hall of Fame. So, is it with Habib?
Or YouTube?
It's the Habib one, right?
Yeah, Habib and DC and other.
I have no clue. I'm assuming maybe Fight Pass. I have no idea. They haven't really done any marketing for it. And what's funny is we have ESPN Plus. We actually deal with ESPN Plus. We got no emails about it. Drunk Savage says ESPN Plus most likely. I haven't seen a damn thing about it there. Here, I'll look it up right here. Let's see.
Yeah.
UFC. I mean, you would think that they. I don't even know if it's televised. Let's see. Hall of Fame inductee ceremony. Khabib, Daniel Cormier, headliner. Will be inducted 2020 Hall of Fame. Okay, let's see. CBS Sports here. Let me get out of these pop-ups. God forbid I can go to a website without a gazillion pop-ups. Let's see. T-Mobile Arena.
Is it started yet?
Man, it doesn't say anything about how you can watch it. I don't think it's televised. No one cares about it. I mean, do you really want to see Khabib walk around with a yellow jacket on? Do you really care or whatever it is?
Thank you guys. My predictions: O'Malley, Lawler, Strickland, Volkanovski, and Izzy. Locked it in.
Okay.
And I'll see you next time.
All right, Saman. Thank you. Saman. You got to give him a pass, man. He's from Iran, for God's sakes. There's like a little bit of a language barrier, although he speaks pretty good English and bad Wi-Fi connection, so it kind of cuts in and out. But we got the gist of what he was saying. Khabib doesn't deserve the Hall of Fame. Strickland gonna get dusted. Damn. Islamic. He's gonna get dusted, bro. That's fucked up, man. I hope Sean gets the win. I'm a little worried. I'm not gonna lie. When they did the face-off, and Sean Strickland was stepping up to Pereira, and he was on his tippy toes and still wasn't as tall as him. You could tell Strickland realizes that this guy is big and scary. But I don't think that's going to affect Sean. I think mentally he's going to think that he can defeat Pereira, but let's see if physically he can pull it off.
Super chat.
I hope he does.
Happy birthday, Mr. Savage.
Alfredo.
Confetti ball, party popper, birthday cake.
Thank you very much, Alfredo, giving some well wishes to the Drunk Savage. Well, listen, guys and gals. If you didn't get your comment read out or whatever, drop it in our comment section down below as this thing processes, and we'll check out what you got to say after the stream is done. I thought this, if you're just jumping in, the press conference was fire, fantastic. Run it back. Let us know what you think. It was a good one. It was one of the better press conferences I've seen in a long time. This press conference, I'm trying to, I haven't, this press conference it reminds me of like the days where Conor was charging up and you had the whole dais going at it with each other. When Cowboy was going at it with Conor and you had like Chad Mendez and I don't know, it was just like a whole bunch of shit going on. It was just fun. Dana was standing in the middle and everyone was just barking at each other. It had that feeling as they had the proper people on the dais. Sean O'Malley didn't have to really say much. He wasn't really a factor. Robbie Lawler and Barberena, they're just going to show it in the cage. Sean Strickland was like the power source, and everything connected to him just got charged up. Max Holloway added a little extra to the equation as he was amped up early in that press conference, and then things happened along the way. So much to talk about. If you missed our reaction to it, run it back. Let us know what you think. Hit the like button if you haven't done so. And oh, here we go. And Drunk Savage is calling in. He wants to be the last one, I think. Drunk, are you trying to be the last call of the evening?
Yeah, save the best for last.
So that's it. 40 years old. How's it feel?
It's another fucking day, obviously. I mean, yeah, you do a little reminiscing and shit. Any big milestone, whatever.
Yeah, I mean, it's not every day you turn 40.
Yeah, that's right. But goddamn, this was seriously the best goddamn presser in a long time, dude. They should let Sean Strickland fucking host every goddamn press conference and liven it up.
They should. I mean, this is not just the best of the year. This is the best of many years. Like, haven't seen one like this in a long time, for sure.
And him and Izzy going back and forth, that was just fucking hilarious. It reminds me of when Chael Sonnen first started talking shit about Anderson.
Mm-hmm. Yep, the Chael days.
Fucking Izzy can respond.
Yeah, this was the perfect. The UFC planted Sean Strickland on the dais for this reason, and it worked. It worked tremendously. Even Izzy, even Izzy fans get it, and that's why I got to say this. This is a big W for Izzy fans. Big W. There are some fans out there that would have just lit Sean on fire. I'm not going to say which fans they are. You could pretty much figure it out. But that would just light Sean on fire for him going after their guy. Whereas Izzy fans are just completely humble about it. They respect that Sean threw some heat at him, and it wasn't this like ugly back and forth. Oh, fucking Sean sucks. It was actually a cool reception from the fans.
Oh, come on. Kind of hard to really hate on Sean Strickland. I mean, the guy's fucking hilarious. I don't care what you say.
Yeah, I agree. But you remember, like, there are fighters out there that have a fan base that would not tolerate this behavior. I'm not. You can kind of catch my drift where I'm going with this, right?
Well, I mean, Colby, come on, here's his little force. You can kind of tell he's like reading off a script and shit. He doesn't like really believe what he's saying.
No, I'm talking
he's
about
not really about the life.
I'm talking about neckbeards. I'm talking about, you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about over here. I'm talking about Sean Strickland. If his opponent was a Khabib-esque guy, or maybe a Khamzat Chimaev or some shit like that, it's a whole different ball game. Now actually Sean happens to be good with Khamzat. They're actually friends. But if like when he was getting those death threats and everything like that, I think that's a whole different situation. Izzy fans won me over tonight. I think they handled it pretty well.
Yeah, probably. I mean, as long as he just leads religion out of it, he'd be fine, I think, with the neckbeards.
Yeah. Yeah. I hope he wins everyone over. He's great.
Oh, but that shit with the fucking cartoon porn, I was just fucking howling laughing.
Yeah. Yeah, he had me in tears at one point. Like, the dude he's genuinely funny.
Yeah, I mean, UFC needs to do whatever it takes to get that fucking fight made. I don't care if they got to fucking poison the fighters, pay off the judges. Let's get this shit fucking happening.
Absolutely. Why is Sanosi saying check Twitter? What's on Twitter? I don't even know where to check, but let me know what I'm supposed to be checking. Anything else about the press conference that you took away?
I think Jared Cannonier needs to. I hope he went back say you fucking thank Sean for fucking doing his job for him, getting inside Izzy's head, because he's definitely shook.
Yeah, I mean, a lot as the press conference was going by, I'm like, could you imagine if Jared is the champ? Like, boy, oh boy, that's gonna be a tough couple of press conferences.
Oh, what's up, Izzy, man? That necklace looks like something my grandma used to wear.
He's an interesting individual, that's for sure.
And for real, was fucking Michael J. Fox handling the fucking camera duties tonight? Did you see that shit? It was all fucking shaky and shit.
It was the power of Sean Strickland's presence. It just made everyone on edge and nervous.
Oh, fuck, dude. And fucking O'Malley, he's the fucking, I'm dubbing him right now, the Machine Gun Kelly of MMA.
Yeah. Every time I try to give him a little bit of respect, he takes a massive step back in certain situations. This one here, he did. He kind of fell flat in this one. I understand he's got the biggest fight of his career, but and I guess he didn't need to mouth off like everyone else did. But boy, oh boy, it just felt weird, right, with him up there.
Oh, and there's a quote on BJPen.com. He says he's the self-declared most popular guy in the division. Yeah, he's not getting enough love from other fighters. He's fucking crying about it.
Yeah, this is the millennials champ. That's what it is. I mean, I guess it's just, maybe it's a generational thing, but me being an old guy, I guess, I don't know. I guess I just can't wrap my head around it. I don't know what it is.
Like, you guys think I'm cool. All the little kids think I'm cool. Buy my shirts.
Yeah.
I got rainbow hair. Come on.
Chris Curtis hit it on the head when he was talking about it last night. We just clipped that, so check that out. But yeah, he hit it on the head about this guy.
There was a fucking donation in there from Chris Curtis from last night, dude. He's got to put it together.
Yeah, we were skimming through the stream, and we just uploaded one on the Clips channel. Go subscribe to the Clips channel, where Chris just starts ripping. Jessie did a thing on Twitter where she chopped up everything. I hate this. Hold on, let me play it real quick. It's actually pretty funny. Chris, he went on him and Sean Strickland. I don't know. They're like two peas in a pod. Here, let me play this really quick.
Dude doesn't understand how much I hate Sean. Kayla Harrison. I just think she's terrible. GSP ruined the sport for a long time. Conor McGregor ruined the sport again. I hate Masvidal. I hate Masvidal. I really do hate Masvidal. I don't think anyone likes Dominic Cruz. Oh, God, I hate him here. TJ Dillashaw, I think he's a cheater, but he's good. Fuck Sean Brady. Like, he's such a hatred, like unique hatred for Sean Brady. I don't like MVP. I fucking hate Mike Perry. I wish I had time to explain the depths of my hatred for Mike Perry. I hate most people.
There you go. There's Chris Curtis. He was on fire last night. Chris Curtis.
I was thinking about putting the fucking shit you said about Booger Beard and putting it on there, but all his fans would probably cry and bitch.
Yeah. We need more Chris Curtis. We need more Sean Strickland. This is the new age now. This is the movement we need. Real talk, not this nonsense nasally, I'm so twiggered and, like, I don't know. It's just fucking crazy, man. It's refreshing. Anyway.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, he's the fucking next Sean Strickland. He's a fucking star in his own right. UFC needs to push his ass. Come on, give this guy a number.
Yeah. Well, the good news about Sean, like I said before, if he does lose fights, it doesn't matter. The way he talks and brings himself, like, he doesn't give a fuck. He'll just keep on mouthing off, and it still will be funny. So I think we're going to be stuck with Sean for a little while.
Yeah, hopefully. Oh, he'd be one hell of a champion. He'd be a nightmare for the UFC PR.
It's bad when, like, your best friend says, could you imagine Sean Strickland as champion? Like, it's when your best friend is like, oh my God, like, that's like a horrific thing to think about. That, look out, Sean Strickland being a champion, everything's going to flip upside down.
Oh, let's hope and pray. Even though Jesse would fucking hate Izzy losing.
You know what, though? I think Sean would win Jesse over. I see a movement now. I see she's getting it. At first she wasn't getting it, but now she's listening and laughing. I think she understands. It's something the UFC needs. We need a crazy nut job with a belt. He's not going to be prancing around with his sunglasses indoors. Like, Conor's been there, done that. Everyone else is doing it. You got people with nail polish. You got people with crazy hair. You got people with wild outfits, and they're just trying all different things to get attention. Sean just has a microphone. That's all. Just a fucking microphone.
It's funny you bring up sunglasses indoors. I just got this feeling Tony Ferguson is in Vegas and he's going to crash the Hall of Fame with Khabib.
He just rolls in and ankle picks him. Yeah, that'd be amazing.
Yeah, run now.
Yeah, man. That would be amazing. All right, Mr. Savage, we got to wind this thing down, though. We will be live tomorrow as well. We'll be live for the fights. So now that you are 40 years of age, now that you are officially a true, fine, distinguished man, what can we look forward in the future of the Drunk Savage?
Well, no more Drunk Savage. Going to be a new name. Still going to have Savage, but taking out Drunk. Another word that starts with D.
Another word. Is it going to be dank? Because I did see that in the chat, and it was something that jumped in my head. Dank Savage?
Yeah, I don't smoke weed right now, so it wouldn't make sense.
Okay.
But no, it's something that I think applies to MMA-Holes, and so it rolls off the tongue, I think. I think Jesse will have some fun with it.
Dope Savage? Is that going to... Dweeb Savage? They're putting some suggestions in the chat. Dope Savage.
No, tomorrow you'll find out when I become a sober man, but tonight I drink for the last time.
All right. Well, listen, enjoy the evening. I hope you have a great birthday, man, okay?
Yep. And tell fucking Bruce Buffer get his goddamn liquor down here. I was fucking looking for it, couldn't find it.
No puncher's chance?
No, not at my liquor store.
Okay. We're going to look into this. All right. All right, Savage.
All right.
Be good.
Yep. Later, slap nuts.
Okay, that's the later slap nuts of his drunken career, but he's going to be the artist formerly known as Drunk Savage. We'll see what the name will be. All right, guys, we got to get out of here. A big thank you to everyone that dropped in tonight. Really appreciate the company once again, the people that hit the like button, the donations that came in. I thank you here from the bottom of my MMA hole. I want to know what you think about the press conference. If we missed your comments in the chat, or if you haven't called in, the comment section down below, let us know what you think about the stuff that went down. There's just so much to talk about. But we got to get out of here. We'll be live tomorrow. I think PFL's on, so maybe we'll do a little PFL. We'll talk about the fights. And then Saturday, it's going to be a banger from beginning to end. We're going to be here. We're going to be live. We're going to be wonderful, wonderful. And I want you to remember, friends, don't be an a-hole. Be an MMA hole.